Yo, 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 and hello, and welcome to the 184th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Tuesday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. The show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at GameSpeakPodcast.com, where we need you to subscribe to our official newsletter so we can make sure you never miss an episode. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with the other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, JAMAL Al-Jafra, alongside Brent, Barely Bass.
Barely bass.
Barely a bass.
Barely a bass.
You're like a, what's less than, you're a carp, dude.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh.
No.
Ouch. Dang.
You lowly carp.
Man, that
Are carps lowly?
that hurt my feelings.
I feel like people go fishing for carp, right?
Yeah, people like carp.
No, yeah,
I
so it's
think.
not a big deal.
I don't know.
I could have called you something like a fucking tilapia, you know?
People like tilapia too.
Tilapia is good.
People eat
Really,
all-
there's no lowly
So-
fish.
there's probably a shitty fish. We just probably don't know about it because it's so shitty, you know?
Yeah, we don't fuck with shitty fish. Yeah, we only get the good stuff, like the bass and the carp and the
Yeah.
tilapia.
Yeah.
And the tuna, which is also
Tuna.
known as the chicken of the sea.
Fun facts with Jamel.
Yeah, fun fact. I'm sure not many people knew that, so I'm
No.
going to throw that out there.
No.
Yeah.
We'll be coming at you with a lot of fun facts today.
A lot of fishy facts.
Yeah.
No, all of our facts are straight bona fide. None of this is fake. None of it's fishy. Trust me. We got the good
You
stuff.
can trust us.
Yeah, you can trust us, just like 5G. No, but anyways, I was gonna say, today's gonna be a pretty big episode. A bunch of shit's happened
Yeah.
in the gaming industry.
A lot of
Obviously,
shit.
we just got to talk a little bit before we go into the show, though. What have you been doing this week?
Oh, man, basically just crying my eyes out every night because I didn't get one of those 3080s because all the scuppers.
The scum of the earth. Yeah. I mean, that's apparently whatchamacallit, NVIDIA or whatever
Yeah.
was like feeling bad about that. They like posted a
Well,
thing.
they should feel bad about that. God dang it.
They're like, our bad, but I don't know how that helps
They
anything.
need to put some kind of thing, like
you can only buy one.
They need to put like a reCAPTCHA thing that keeps the bots from going on there,
You would think that like a computer part company would know.
Yeah, like the leading manufacturer in AI technology in the fucking United States, in the world, you know what I mean? Fucking can't circumvent some fucking bots from getting their shit. Like, this is some bullshit, dude.
That's why we're not to Mars yet. This is the exact reason why.
Yeah.
Because
Probably.
we can't even fucking make a like an anti-bot setup to buy our graphics cards. But yeah. So you just been crying.
I've been crying. I went to the movies. I went and saw.
Oh shit! Like the movies.
I went to the actual movie.
You went
theater.
outside.
I did.
Oh wow.
I know.
What was that like?
It was pretty interesting. It was not very many people at the movie theater. The poor Huntsville movie theater is doing terribly right now. You guys should definitely go out there and support them if you live in Huntsville.
For sure. They they held me up as a teen when I worked there, so you guys should go show them some love.
Yeah, good people over there. Anyways, they were happy to see people come into the theater, and we went and saw The New Mutants, which I don't recommend.
I heard that was the worst movie ever made, like ever.
It was so bad. It was like, man, if you like, I can't even like describe how painful it was to watch that movie. Like, it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And it was only, like, watchable because it was in a theater. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I would have, like, turned it off if it was on Netflix or something. You know what I mean? It was that bad. And I love X-Men, any kind of X-Men thing.
Why didn't you see Tenet?
I should have seen Tenet. The Tenet was on at 8, and this one was on at 8:45, and we would have had to, like, rush if we went to go see Tenet. You know what I mean?
Sometimes rushing is the best thing to do, Brent.
I've heard Tenet's good. I don't expect Tenet to be bad. I like Christopher Nolan a lot.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
apparently it's really good. Apparently it's like a modern day version of like a 007 movie.
Oh, I love
They say it's like really good.
I think they're doing another 007 movie soon.
Yeah, but it's not Christopher Nolan, so it doesn't matter.
That would be sick if Christopher Nolan just got put in charge of the 007 series. Like,
Speaking of which, did you see Tom Hardy is in talks for being the next James Bond after Daniel Craig?
Wait, what?
Tom Hardy.
Oh, I'm thinking Tom Holland. I was like,
No, God, no.
Like, oh God, no. Tom Hardy could do that.
Yeah,
that'd
Tom
be cool.
Hardy would be amazing.
There was also that other guy, the black dude, Ezra Ebediah or whatever. They were saying he could be
Idra or
yeah,
something.
I could see him doing it. You know what I mean? He could be a good
Idris
Bond.
Elba or something.
Elba, yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
that
could
could be
see him
cool.
doing it.
Did you watch Devil All the Time on
No,
Netflix
I
yet?
didn't. You turned me off of that.
Yeah, did I talk about that last week?
Yeah, you
Yeah, that
did.
was horrible. But also, I finished Hunter x Hunter for the second time.
Again?
And I didn't think it was possible to have post-anime depression twice. Like, the whole time leading up to it, I was like, I'm ready this time. I can end this show and not even care. It's fine. And then, like, it just became more and more denial as I reached, like, the final episode. And it's, like, one of the most beautiful anime episodes ever made. And it's just, like, the music is orchestral and, like, they know how to hit every, like, little thing that just like reminds you of all the good times you had during the show, and they're just like, fuck you, and the show ends. and then you're back to hiatus.
Oh, so you think there's gonna be more?
Oh yeah, there's definitely gonna be more, but the writer of the series has been on like a medical like hiatus for a long time, but he said like he's either he's gonna finish it or die trying to finish it. So but it is what it is. For what is there, it's one of the best shows like ever. It's so good. Did you start it or no?
I watched the first episode, like I said, but I haven't watched anything else.
You gotta watch more, man.
I need to. I just keep forgetting about it. I get sucked into like I walk up and my girlfriend will be watching something, and I'll sit down with her for like 5 minutes, intending to go do something else, and then I get sucked into whatever shit she's watching. And
you're going to start it, and you'll be like, I wish I would have started this a long time ago.
No, because then I'll be depressed whenever I'm done with it, I'm in ignorant bliss right now.
But see, then we can talk about it. We can have like a what's it called, like the AA meeting type situation where we just like, we can talk to each other because we've both been through the same horrific experience.
Hi, I'm Jamel, and I finished Hunter x Hunter
for the second time. It's just like, why do I keep doing this to myself? Yeah, and so like, I mean, it wasn't as bad as the first time, but it definitely still hit pretty hard. So I was like, damn, now I got to find something else to watch to get my heart and soul off of it. But right now I'm just watching continuous YouTube videos about the show and about like random things about the show. I'm just like, I need more. Give me more. But yeah, there isn't more. So anyways,
that's so sad.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's about all I've done this week besides like, working and whatnot, living the life, bro.
Let's see. I think that's about all I've done too. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Then it is time for us to get into the video game news, which there's a shit ton of.
Shit tons.
Big stuff. And just so you guys know, sorry, I got to breathe. We're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're just bringing them all to one place so we can give the news to you. All right, so
I've got
the PlayStation.
The PlayStation conference and the Oculus conference. So we got a lot to talk about.
Let's knock out the Oculus conference first.
Okay.
Since it's less wide, it's less mainstream.
More niche,
yeah. Let's knock that out.
Also, guys, just throwing this out there. Let's all please just be nice to each other in the group. I know.
No.
We've had a lot of. This is a divisive thing. Everybody's mad about PlayStations and Xboxes. Let's just all.
So we're gonna duke it out here. Me and Brent are gonna make sure we're never friends again.
Yeah.
Just for you guys.
Just for you guys, so you guys don't have to not be friends with each other. So everybody, let's all just keep it civil.
I have a feeling this show's only gonna instigate more arguments, but I like it. No, I'm just kidding. As long as everybody's nice to each other.
That's what I'm saying. We can all disagree and be nice to each other.
Yeah, bring facts. Bring like do some research. Don't just yell.
Yeah, just be kind, rewind. You know what I'm saying? Anyways.
Oh yeah, I like that.
So the Oculus Connect event has been renamed the Facebook Connect event. This happened earlier this week.
This changes everything.
It was actually a really, really cool event for virtual reality in general. Like, I think this is a big step forward for VR, and I'm excited to talk to everybody about it. But before they talked about VR at all, Facebook talked about how they were partnering with Ray-Bans to make stylish AR glasses that will be available at some point, where you'll just have holograms in the world with you, and you can interact with them and shit. It's going to be really cool.
None of that matters once Neuralink comes out. Why would you need glasses?
Because I'm sure as shit not going to cut a piece of my skull out and put a fucking Neuralink in. Not until I'm paralyzed or some shit, and that's like the only option. You know what I mean?
We can arrange that. Just kidding. If Elon Musk shows up.
I'm good on Neuralink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might get two when I break my back or something when I'm old, though. You know what I mean?
That's just that's a common thing. Anyways.
But yeah. So then we got to the Oculus Quest 2. Big deal. You know, obviously, the Oculus Quest 1 just came out like last year.
Everybody's pissed.
Everybody is pissed. I'm in an Oculus Quest group or two, and everybody is pissed.
Yeah, remember like 2 weeks ago whenever we were predicting like what it was going to be, and I was like, what if it is the next big thing? Like,
I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And here we are.
Fortunately, it doesn't look like this is going to have its own like ecosystem, you know? Like, it's not going to have like Oculus Quest 2 games, I don't think. At least not right away.
Like I was saying, I don't think first party will do that, but I think anything that is like third party, that's going to be up to the developers whether they decide to make it for both. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's going to have to work for both. I really do. You know what I mean? I think I think this is going to be more like a PS4 versus PS4 Pro kind of situation where you'll have games that download, it'll know if you have a 2 or not and like give you a better quality version of the game. But the thing is, you know, it's got a better processor. It's got an XR2 processor instead of an 865 Snapdragon. So that's like 3 generations newer than the old Quest as far as just the processor. It's got 6 gigabytes of RAM instead of 4 gigabytes of RAM. But all this is like powering a way higher resolution.
Yeah,
you know
2K,
what I mean?
right? 2K in
2K
both
each
eyes.
eye. Yeah, so you're actually looking at, hang on, I don't think I have it written down. But yeah, it's basically like a 4K display. But you're also cutting corners there too, because in the old Quest, each eye had a much lower resolution, but each eye had its own OLED screen, okay? And you could move each screen independently. This has one LCD screen, which is like, I don't know. A lot of people in the VR community seem to think LCD is a big step back as far as quality, but the Index is LCD, and it's like the hottest thing on the market right now. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
I don't know.
A lot of people like that OLED.
The OLED has like truer blacks, which I think is a big deal in VR. You don't get this like gray washed out black. I don't know. But
I think the more you use it, the less you'll notice.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like a year in, you're going to be like, man, I really wish these blacks were blacker. You know?
Well, and a lot of developers are accounting for the gray blacks and like doing, you know, artistically developing around it. Like Half-Life Alyx was made to work with the Index's LCD screen, so it looks the best on the Index, you know, and a lot of developers are accounting for that kind of thing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really these older games that are kind of like showing up bad on the new headsets. Either way, the whole headset is $299. It's going to have, which is $100 cheaper than the old Quest. You know what I mean? That's ridiculously cheap. Like, it's going to work better with Link. It's got a better Wi-Fi receiver. Basically better all around. It's got an optional Pro Strap you can get. It's got an optional Pro Strap with a battery you can get. It's going to be like a pound or 2 lighter than the other Quest or something like that. It's just generally doper. And it's cheaper. But I don't know. We'll have to see. They also announced, that they're canceling the Rift So basically, the Quest is the Oculus now. Like, Quest 2 is PC VR for Oculus and normal VR. Like, it is the only Oculus headset now.
That's
you
awesome.
know?
That's smart.
Yeah, and they're saying that, like, they want to optimize Quest 2 to be, like, better than the Rift and stuff like that. So I think if you're looking for an entry-level VR system, this is the best that you can get right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what
definitely.
I mean? For $299 with no external sensors or setup or any kind of crazy shit, you don't even need a PC. Like, this is great. I don't know.
And with a PC, it'll be even better.
Exactly. Like, this is one of those things, if you're planning on getting a PC in the future or, you know, anything like that, this is a great thing to get. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Especially if you want to lose yourself.
Sorry, a few other little details. Apparently, there's going to be a 90 hertz refresh rate. Well, I can't talk. 90 hertz screen in the Quest instead of a 75 hertz. So that's going to be like, you know, everything's going to feel smoother. That's going to make a huge difference in VR.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm surprised they haven't gotten above 100, you know, like frames yet.
They have on the index. That's one of the big selling points of the index. I think it's like 120 or something.
Yeah, 120 hertz.
Yeah, which is probably really smooth in VR.
I bet. It's like real life.
That's one, honestly, like, on, like, a screen, I can't tell very much. When you get up over, like, 70 or 80 frames per second,
there's not much difference.
It's not much of a difference to me. I can definitely tell when you go down under, like, 40 frames per second.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay, you know.
30 to 60 matters, and then 60 to, like, 80, I feel like matters. But, like, past that, I don't think the human eye can even really tell.
Yeah.
Like, I think at that point, you're just, like, buying because of numbers.
But it does make a difference in VR. Like, you will, like, feel noticeably less nauseous and shit if you're playing at a higher refresh rate. It's weird. Like, everything feels smoother. It's strange.
I want 4 million frames per second.
Okay, so let's see. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff they talked about with the Quest. Basically right now, the Quest 2 has the highest resolution on the market, except for the upcoming Reverb G2. So, if you're like a specs guy, you know.
Damn.
There's that. Okay, but that's basically all they talked about with the new Quest. One of the models will also have a 250 gigabyte hard drive, which is pretty cool. But they also talked about new features for both Quests. So they're gonna add a thing that'll track your movements and like count your calories and stuff that you can access from the Quest menu. There's integrating a messenger system and new avatars into the Quest. They're putting challenges on the Quest that are kind of like achievements, basically. And they started talking about video games that are coming to the Quest. They said Medal of Honor is also going to come to Steam whenever it comes out, and it's coming out relatively soon. I don't know. It looks pretty exciting. They announced an exclusive, Oculus exclusive, Assassin's Creed game and an Oculus exclusive Splinter Cell game are being worked on, which is like basically me just jizzing all over the fucking place.
I don't know if people want that. No, just explain to me how they got this on the stage. I
was just in there.
They're like, here's
they're like Splinter Cell, and they bring up a curtain, and I'm just like.
It's like, this is not Splinter Cell.
And then they showed a trailer for Star Wars Tales for Galaxy's Edge. So we got Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, and Star Wars coming out fucking soon. The Star Wars game is going to be like a Vader Immortal follow-up, basically. It also kind of seems like a promo for the Disney park because it's set in the same like world that the Disney park that they just built is supposed to be set in. I don't know.
Seems kind of lame.
It does seem kind of lame, but Vader Immortal was really sick, so if it's even kind of good, I'll be cool with it. They talked about Population 1, which looks really sick. It's like a battle royale game where everybody seems to be like flying around and climbing buildings and stuff, which looks like a lot of fun. The trailer looks really good. They announced a new song pack for Beat Saber. It's the BTS, those South Korean guys that are really popular. They announced a Jurassic World game called Jurassic World Aftermath. And it's like got this cel-shaded art style. It looks really cool.
Speaking of which, did you see that on Netflix? They have like a Jurassic World animated like a series or like animated film. I can't tell what it is, but like
Does it
I
look
watched
good or?
No, it looks horrible. It looks horrible. I was like, why is this happening? What are they doing to Jurassic Park? I don't know. Anyways, I just had to see if you had seen it.
No, I didn't.
I might be crazy.
I didn't see that. It kind of bums me out.
Yeah.
They announced new Pistol Whip DLC for Pistol Whip. It's called Pistol Whip 2089. It's like a story-based DLC, which is kind of weird considering it's like a rhythm game. Whatever. Might be cool. They got a release date and a new trailer for Walking Dead Saints and Sinners for Oculus Quest. It's coming October 13th, so right around the corner. Warhammer 40K Battle Sister is coming to VR. It's got cool guns and cool monsters, and it's Warhammer.
Yeah.
Sniper Elite VR got another trailer, and this is going to be like the sleeper VR hit right here. I can already tell
Sniper Elite?
Sniper Elite VR, dude.
That could be cool.
This shit looks just as good as the fucking Medal of Honor game coming out, dude. Like, they're creeping around, throwing knives, doing all kinds of sneaky shit. It looks tight, dude. Like,
I don't know. That Medal of Honor is the only reason I want VR, honestly.
Dude, man, I can't wait to play the Medal of Honor game. Like, I'm so hyped.
I mean, it's the Titanfall guys. Like,
no,
it's
you
gotta
know they're
be
gonna
good.
do a good job, dude. Respawn, I trust Respawn, especially after fucking
Jedi Fallen Order.
Jedi Fallen Order. Like, I always like the Titanfall games. I enjoy Apex. I like Jedi Fallen Order. I really think it's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be good, and they got the same like official soundtrack and everything. Like, I can't wait to be in there.
Oh, dude.
Like,
yeah,
hearing
they
like,
got the legit people working on it, dude. It's like freaking sick. But Sniper Elite's also going to be really good. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, for sure.
Res Infinite is coming to coming to Quest October 13th. Res Infinite's a big deal for the VR people. I didn't like it very much, to be honest with you, but a lot of people are really, really into it. It's trippy. So check that out if you're into that. Then they announced Myst VR, which is super, super exciting to me. I used to play this game with my grandmother back in the day all the time. Like,
can't wait to point and click with my hands.
Dude, yeah. I think
do you just like point at things? Like, how does that work?
I think they're like reimagining it, probably.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like a whole remake. You know what I mean?
I just feel like you can't really make Myst into a VR game.
Are you kidding me? Myst would be the perfect VR game because you put yourself in these little areas and then you have to interact with things. Like, it's perfect for VR.
Okay, yeah. If they like confine you to small areas.
But that's all Myst is. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, as long as they do that and it's not just like a big open world and stuff, then it won't even really feel like Myst.
I think it's gonna be like you point at the area, like just like the old Myst. You know what I mean?
And then it just takes you there.
Probably to like a small room scale type version of that area from the original Myst game.
That would be cool.
I think it'll be sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited about that more than almost anything, but I think that might have a lot to do with my nostalgic, love for Myst as a series.
For sure.
They also announced The Climb 2.
Oh, that Miley Cyrus song.
It's The Climb.
Well, it's like, what is The Climb?
The Climb 1 is one of the best VR games out there right now. It is a game about rock climbing. It sounds stupid.
Oh, that sounds tight.
It's really, really tight.
Sounds like a good idea for VR.
Dude, it's sick in VR. Like, there's some levels where you're like climbing on little poles and you're like it's just tight. It doesn't sound tight, but you gotta like jump and like grab onto rocks and the rocks will fall and you like, I don't know. It's
Does
sick.
it give you like, vertigo or anything? Like, do you feel scared? Like,
a little bit, yeah. It's pretty legit. Like, it's definitely gotten me a few times. And I think the new one's gonna be even tighter because they showed like some footage of like the guy like with little suction cups going up a building and shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. I'm excited.
That's what's up.
Then they announced Kizuna AI Touch the Beat. Don't know what the fuck that is. I'm sorry. Just burping
just
a
like
lot. I don't know.
burping like 70 times.
I don't know what's going on,
per
man.
second.
It's like Rick and Morty in this bitch. Then they announced Little Witch Academia VR.
Ain't nobody give a fuck about that.
No, definitely not. But at the same time, I read the like little synopsis of it, and like the whole point of the game is like you're just flying a broom around doing shit on a broom.
But in VR. Yeah, because
VR.
like the actual game doesn't look that dope.
No.
Like the 2D like.
But I'm all about flying a broom, dude. You know what I mean? Give me some broom flying. I want a Quidditch game.
Yeah.
Quidditch VR. That would be sick. And then they announced several other games that aren't really worth mentioning, but all in all, pretty good Facebook Connect event.
Yeah, Definitely sounds pretty good. I'm pretty hyped about the Quest 2 because once my PC is fully built, I will have to plug a Quest 2 into that.
I'm just like a little sad that I bought a Quest 1, but like
Sell it on eBay.
my Quest 1 is still dope. Like I don't like,
I said sell it on eBay. I'm just like on there buying it like
Quest 2 is
Suck it.
definitely a super affordable, cheap way to get into VR though. I think everybody should consider it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
All right, so take us on to the big news.
Okay.
You want me to read it from your phone?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Let you catch your breath. All right, so Brent's got us here, the PS5 event.
Sorry if my writing is just unintelligible gibberish. A lot of times I just write little codes to myself and shit that probably I would only understand.
Speeder Moon. No, I'm just kidding. No, okay. So first off, from the PS5 event that took place, we got Final Fantasy 16.
They opened with this. This is exciting as fuck to me.
Kinda. Did you watch the trailer?
Okay,
Obviously, you watched the trailer.
The game kind of looks bunk.
The game looks bunk as hell,
but it looks better. Nah, I can't even say it looks better than 15.
No,
it really doesn't.
It's gone back to classical Final Fantasy look, where it's just medieval but with fantasy elements and some little bits of technology looking stuff going on. But it doesn't look right. The story doesn't look like it really is cohesive at all. None of it made any sense. They're the crystals that formed our history.
Well, it is Final
no
Fantasy,
longer.
though,
It's okay. It's tell me what the fuck is happening, please.
You can't really expect it to make sense, just because
That's true.
it's Final Fantasy.
It's true. But at the same time, how long can they get away with just putting a bunch of shit together and being this is a story?
Look, I'm not excited about this game that much, but I can't sit here and pretend like it's not a big deal.
It is a big deal.
You know what I mean?
It's been 4 years since Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time a new one comes out. But this could spell trouble for Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Think about all the people that should have been developing Final Fantasy 7 Remake, but were working on this.
Surely they have two teams.
I'm sure they do, but that's manpower that could be making sure that Part 2 gets out in a decent time. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, yeah. Part 2, I can guarantee you that Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 1 was more successful financially than Final Fantasy 16 will be.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 16,
and
the main dude has a fucking Karen haircut. What the fuck, dude? Whenever it showed that dude, he's got the black hair, and it was in a literal Karen haircut, bob pixie cut, and he's just I will kill you. And I was what the fuck is happening in this game? But it looks beautiful. I mean, the graphics.
Although right before it started, it did say all footage was captured on PC to emulating
what a PS5 would be like.
And then afterwards it did say that this is also coming to PC, and several of the games shown at this event had that little mantra afterwards, also coming to PC.
Yeah, because so these are all exclusive to not all of them, but this game was exclusive to PS5, but also PC. So it's
there are a handful that aren't coming to PC. I don't think Demon Souls is coming PC. Demon Souls is going to be PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive. You know what I mean?
Because the original was on PS3, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So that makes sense. The next thing they showed was Spider-Man gameplay. Brent says looking awfully low on frames per second.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you noticed that. Did you see that?
I didn't see the trailer because I don't care about Spider-Man. I looked up Final Fantasy and stuff. I didn't watch the whole showcase, but I saw a lot of the stuff that came out of it. I went back and watched the trailers myself.
To me, it just didn't look like they were showing the trailer in 60 frames per second. It had that janky 30 frames per second look to it. You know what I mean?
Almost buffering.
Yeah. At the same time, the game itself looks like a lot of fun, and the game looked pretty, but it just didn't feel smooth like a next gen should. But then again, it could just be because I was on YouTube or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll look better in person.
It's also coming to PS4. It's not just a PS5 game.
Yeah, and you know what else I saw? If you buy the PS5 version of Spider-Man Miles Morales, they will give you a remastered version of Spider-Man for PS4
for PS5.
For PS5.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool because that's a dope ass game in its own right.
Well, they're going to be selling it separately anyways.
Yeah, but you might as
for
well
PS5.
just buy the new one and get it for free. You know what I mean?
But they're also saying, like, this is jumping ahead in the news, but they're also saying Insomniac said that the Spider-Man remake for PS5 will not carry over your saves or like any of your stuff. So like
that's to be expected. I feel like, you know.
Yeah, but a lot of people are upset about that because like you have to beat the game like a certain way to unlock hard mode and all that shit.
Yeah.
And so like people are like, well, I want all my shit, you know, like I don't want to have to do it all again, like do annoying side quests and stuff.
I'll do it all again.
I know you would.
Stunning HD, 60 frames per second, dude. Are you kidding me?
No. I'm no kid. I'm no kid. Anyways, Brent put on here that it's set in Harlem 1 year after the first game. So
yeah, that's another point of contention because I know like early on they were saying that the Miles Morales was set in its own like universe basically. Like I heard some of the developers like early in development say that it's not going to be related to the first game, and now they're saying it's set 1 year after the first game.
It's a side sequel. Yeah. Like
weird.
It doesn't make any sense,
I don't
and
know.
it's not a full game. Like it's a full game, but it's not like a full like 60-hour game. Like it's supposed to be like pretty short, apparently, from what I've heard. But anyways, then we also got a look at an amazing trailer called Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy.
Bro, goosebumps, dude.
Yeah, dude. When I watched that, like, oh my God, I was like, this is what we've always asked for.
Literally, since I was a kid, this has been my dream game. Like, I've always played all the Harry Potter games, and like some of them have kind of come close to like being dope, like I want it to be.
But you kind of have to use your imagination with those to make it more exciting than it actually is.
This looks like your own real fucking Harry Potter adventure.
Yeah,
dude. Like fucking ooh.
It's not like, and it's set in the like early 1800s, like way before the movies. So you get to be your own wizard, you know, or witch or whatever, and you go on this big open world RPG adventure. You know, so like, and apparently you can become a dark wizard if you want, or like, you know, it's like, okay, take Fable or whatever and just make it Harry Potter,
bro,
but with like modern day graphics.
Take my fucking money.
Take
what
it,
you
dude.
need to take, bro. Bro.
And this is not PlayStation exclusive. This is going to be on it's going to be multi-platform.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were a little worried whenever they dropped it at the PS5 show, you know what I mean? But it is going to be for everything. But man, dude, I can't wait to just explore the castle, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, not only Hogwarts, you get to explore outside of Hogwarts. They showed in the trailer that you would be, they're like in Hogwarts and beyond, like, and like showed like, you know.
Oh, and I know a lot of you are like hate J.K. Rowling right now, and that's real. But I read somewhere that she's not even involved with this, so you can play it guilt-free.
Yeah, play it guilt-free.
Play guilt-free Harry Potter.
Get out of jail-free card.
Yeah.
No, but like that, that's my thing. She didn't write any of this story.
Yeah, she didn't have shit
like
to do
what's
with
going
this.
on with it. I'm sure they were like, shit, we have to put this game out like right after all this stuff went down. But it's like, you know, separate the art from the artiste. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, you have to sometimes.
Yeah, and even if you can't, she's not like directly involved in this. So
definitely. So then we got some Black Ops Cold War gameplay. Brent said it looks fun. Also, might have been 30 frames per second.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm noticing all these, because some of them look smooth as shit when you're watching these trailers, you know what I mean? But then some of them didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel that it might just be like buffering from like them, you know, streaming it to the thing.
Yeah, I think it's possible. Or I think maybe we're looking at, you know, I saw a thing earlier where they're talking about some of the ray tracing settings might be tempered down to 30 frames per second just to achieve a stable, you know?
Yeah, just to make it look good for the video. Or not look good, but make it like less likely to mess up.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Ray tracing is hella demanding, you know what I mean? Like, if they're legitly going to put ray tracing in like a lot of the new stuff,
yeah,
I'll be surprised if we don't see some 30 frames per second shit, unfortunately.
Well, the alpha will be for free on PS4, and did they say when that's coming?
I think they did. I think it might have already happened, actually.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
not sure.
okay. Yeah, I think it's happening because I remember Devin Mayer said something in the group about it being up, so that makes sense.
I read somebody talking about how it was fun, but it's not as fun as some of the alphas they've tried for Call of Duty. I don't know.
And it can't be as fun as Warzone. No, I'm just kidding. And then we have Resident Evil Village, or 8. Brent said Resident Evil 4 vibes.
Oh, yeah. I was getting strong RE4 vibes with the snow and the cabin and the... But then you kind of got 7 vibes, too, with, like, the mansion and stuff. I don't know. It looks interesting.
Definitely, it's a castle this time. That's what makes it interesting to me, because I was like, where are they going to set this one? And then they're just like, a fucking castle, dog. And I was like, oh, sweet, I'm down for this.
I'm going to fuck this game up, dude. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah, dude. I want to play the VR. Like, they haven't said anything about VR
you already
yet, but
know
you know.
It's coming, though. Like,
yeah.
Like, they said it in the same engine and stuff, so I'm sure that, like, they probably thought about this while they were making the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the weird little, like, cartoon stuff that they're doing with, like, the creepy animated girl running through the woods.
Yeah.
It's like, what? But, I mean,
I'm
not against it. I just want to know what's happening. But
I'm excited, man. I think of all the games, this is like they're taking a big risk here, you know? They're going from playing it safe with 7. I feel like 7 was different but safe. You know what I mean? This is different and like totally
exactly the same.
I don't know.
As the old games.
Oh, maybe. It's like that's the thing. We don't know, you know? I feel like it could be like 4. I don't think they're going to go as far off as like 5 or 6, you know?
Oh, no. I'm thinking it's going to be more closer to like 2 and, 4.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I could see that.
2, 3, and 4, but in first person. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, we're going to put you in a house or like in a castle, and you're going to have that same situation.
Yeah.
Where you got to, solve some puzzles, kill some dead, not die, meet up with some weird characters.
It's going to be sick. I'm really hyped about this one.
Oh, yeah, me too. Then Deathloop gameplay looks like Dishonored with time loops and comedy, also coming to PC.
This one looked kind of interesting. It looks fun, you know what I mean? But this is also one of those that's interesting because the whole Microsoft thing we'll talk about later.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Quentin Tarantino movie, like as a game. That's what it looks like to me. Like, it's almost like a Planet Terror like type situation where they're just like, all right, we're gonna put a bunch of like over the top Black Dynamite type stuff happening, but with like a cool sci-fi aspect to it, and then you play it out.
I was kind of getting like Void Bastards vibes for some reason.
Really?
Like Void Bastards mixed with Dishonored. That's kind of what I was feeling.
That is weird.
You know what I mean?
I didn't see the Void Bastards.
Not necessarily
aspect.
with like the gameplay, but like the art style and like the humor and stuff. Like it seemed, I don't know. And also like kind of with the gameplay in the sense that it seems like you're gonna have like one life to try to kill these people or something. I don't really understand how the game is gonna play, but it looks interesting. Like I think that what's going to be fun about this game is how the game itself actually works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just that mechanic.
Yeah. There's going to be some kind of unique multiplayer thing they got going on here that's going to be tight.
I feel like, I'm going to be real with you, I feel like this is one of those games that's going to come out and it's just going to become a cult classic. It's not going to do very well. And it's not going to be very popular, but people are going to look back on it and be like, man, we need more of that.
Yeah.
Like 10 years from now, and then it's going to get remade or like it's going to get, like rebooted as something else.
I think you're 100% right. I think this is going to be one of those games that people are just going to fucking play in the background. There's going to be like a little bitty group of people that are super obsessed with it.
Yeah. And it'll reappear eventually. Then we got Devil May Cry 5 SE launch title. What does that mean?
Special edition.
Special edition launch title. Okay, coming
it's
for PS5.
It's just like a remake, basically, like in 4K, I guess,
Or play it for free on Game Pass.
That's true.
And then we have Oddworld Soulstorm. Brent said looks whack unless you're a big fan. I thought you were a big fan of Oddworld.
I'm not like a big fan, and this doesn't look like it. It almost looks like a remake of the old Oddworlds. You know what I mean? It's side-scrolling.
I think it is.
You know what I mean?
I think it's a remake of the first 2 games or something like that.
No, I'm good.
And then we got Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Tell me about this.
Okay, so this looks interesting. It didn't really show any gameplay, but like it almost looked like you're a kid running through like one of the old Five Nights at Freddy's places or something. I don't know. It looked like it's going to be different than a normal Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Like more like a first person.
Yeah, like Five Nights at Freddy's
survival?
Outlast almost or
Ooh.
something. You know what I mean?
That's all I've ever wanted.
It looks cool to me. Like, I don't know. It
Yeah.
didn't show any gameplay or anything, but the way it insinuated, like, you're not just going to be in the control room the whole time. You know what I mean?
Good. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Was that a PS5 exclusive or what?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. Might have to look that one up. But
I mean, you know it's coming to PC. You can't do Five Nights at Freddy's and not put it on PC.
Yeah.
So, then we got Demon Souls. Brent says, looks great.
It does look great. It looks fucking beautiful.
It does. It looks beautiful. I don't think I'm ever going to play it, but, you know.
It's probably hella hard. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You know, let's just be real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like the way that it looks in this trailer makes it look less intimidating, but I know that that doesn't mean anything. It's like the way that it looks now, it's like, ooh, I could play that.
Yeah.
You're going to go on there and just get massacred.
Bro, it looks so beautiful though. Just like the set pieces are like glorious. Like in the
Oh, yeah.
monsters you're fighting and shit. Like, dude, I need that in my life.
Oh, show. Then we got Fortnite question mark. What does that mean?
Oh, I was just like, they were talking about Fortnite in this event, but they were just talking about, you know, Fortnite's going to be a launch title on PS5. So,
Oh, okay.
You know.
Cool. I'm so surprised.
Another thing, like, they just added ray tracing and stuff into Fortnite. It's actually pretty cool.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's very shiny.
It is.
Very
Everything's
reflective.
shiny. It's one of the better implementations of ray tracing, actually, that I've seen. Like, the reflections are really good, but it also does, like, this, like, you know, volumetric lighting effect that's, like, sun rays are really bright and they bounce off the water in certain ways. It's really cool.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah.
And it'll look really cool whenever that BTS concert is happening in there.
Dude, they're fucking popular as fuck right now, dude. They won like every award at the fucking music awards recently.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like,
I've never heard a single BTS song in my life. But I
either,
know,
but
like,
they're like super popular. Like,
it's like how whenever we were teenagers, like all the girls were into like My Chemical Romance and whatnot. Like it's like those type of kids.
I was into My Chemical
That's what I'm
Romance.
saying. It's like those type of kids, but instead of My Chemical Romance, they listen to South Korean like pop bands. Like
That's the new thing.
it is, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like that's the new emo. And then we have the PlayStation Plus collection.
Oh man, okay, I gotta look this up real
Yeah,
quick.
here you
because
go ahead and do that.
The PlayStation Plus collection is fucking sick. Okay, this is honestly one of the highlights of the whole show. PlayStation announced that basically if you're a PlayStation Plus member with this new generation, that there'll be a curated collection of games that you'll just have access to, and you can play, you know, as many of them as you want. Hold on. But let me read you the games because
Yeah.
they have an amazing fucking collection of games. So basically, if you have a PS5 and you have PlayStation Plus, which most people will have, then
Yeah.
at launch you will have access to all of these games and presumably more in the future. So you'll have access to God of War 2018,
Nice.
probably the best game I've ever played. The Last of Us Remastered, another excellent game.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I haven't played it, but critically acclaimed. Battlefield 1, Battlefield 1. Monster Hunter World, which you know is a dope game.
Yeah.
Fallout 4, obviously Fallout 4 is dope. Final Fantasy 15, The Last Guardian, Ratchet and Clank, Infamous Second Son, which is a fucking dope game, super underrated. Days Gone, which I didn't get to play, so I'll be happy to go try that. Bloodborne, which is like, highly regarded. Detroit Become Human, like one of my favorite games ever. Batman Arkham Knight, another great game. Mortal Kombat X, which is, Mortal Kombat. Persona 5, which is obviously one of my favorite games. Until Dawn, and Resident Evil Biohazard. Like, almost all of those games are like at least a 9 out of 10 quality game. Like,
oh yeah, good.
some of
great
them
quality.
are 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like,
And so they're saying you'll be able to play these on PS5.
yes, if you
Like-
have a PS5 and you are subscribed to PlayStation Plus, you'll have access to that list of games, and it will grow as the life of PS5 goes on.
So I'm confused. What does that mean for PlayStation Now?
I don't know.
Like, are they
I
just
think
going to
this is
combine?
a different thing. This is a whole different thing.
What? So you're going to have PS Plus, and then which gives you access to all these games, and then PS Now, which gives you access to all these games. Like God of War's already God of War, the older God of Wars is on PS Now.
Yeah, they
and
took
then,
God of War off. I think PS Now's days are numbered.
yeah.
Honestly, I think it's going to integrate with some kind of. Honestly, I think PS Now is going to be free pretty soon, but that's just my theory. I don't know.
I don't think that. There's no way. If anything, they would combine they'd pull a Game Pass and like combine the price for like the online plus that.
I don't think they plan to compete with Game Pass. I don't even think they're going to try. I saw an article where Sony was talking about how they don't have any plans to like really compete with Game Pass. You know what I mean?
Such a dumb idea. But I think that's just them saying that to like not give credence to like how powerful Game Pass has become.
Yeah.
I think they're just like, yeah, we're not worried about that. But I think in the background they're working on shit to definitely compete with that.
Yeah. Well, either way, if you get a PS5, you'll have all kinds of fun games to play at launch, even if you don't have the money to buy a game. So that's exciting.
Nice.
You know. Anyways, going back to the actual event, they talked about the PS5 price, which is $499 for the disc. The one with the disc drive, you know?
Disc drive version.
Yeah,
and then the digital version.
And then the all digital is $399, which is, you know, really affordable.
But
good
they're both
price.
the same exact console. One just doesn't have a disc drive.
Yeah. So
No
I mean,
different
$100
specs.
less, you know, that's a game. That's maybe 2 games if you're spending your money wisely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they announced a very brief trailer or teaser trailer for God of War 2021. Dude, I mean, God of War 2018, I've said it a million times. I think to date, it's the best looking game I've ever played and maybe the most fun. I'm so hyped about the next one. Like, I'm so fucking hyped about God of War 2 or whatever they're going to call it.
It's called,
you know?
I think it's just going to be called Ragnarok.
It said Ragnarok is coming.
I bet
the
you it's going to be
trailer.
called God of War Ragnarok.
That would make sense. That's what a lot of people are calling it right now, but they haven't, like, officially said that's what it's called. You know what I mean?
I just don't see why they would even, like, stray from that. Like, I think people were already guessing that this was going to be the thing. Like, I remember people talking about Ragnarok, like, whenever the first game, or 2018 had, like, came out, like, a month prior. You know, so, like, I think people knew this was coming. When did it say it's dropping? It's like 20.
It just said 2021.
Okay. So it's not necessarily a launch title. Oh, no, definitely not a launch title. Yeah, so
we'll be lucky if we get a 2021.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, because they didn't even show like a screenshot. They just showed like literally like the little like symbol, the God of War symbol thing, and that was
the
it.
way Cory Barlog talked about the development for the first game and how tedious it was. Like, I can't imagine they're just gonna pump out another one, especially like a next gen. Although the hardware limitations being, you know, increased like this is probably, you know what I mean, or decreased like this probably makes it easier as a developer. You know what I mean?
I bet you Cory Barlog has a lot less to do with this one. Like, just
Really?
because the way he talked about it afterwards, like he was drained, basically. Like,
yeah,
you know?
I bet, man. That was a masterpiece. I mean, it was a masterpiece.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. How's he gonna follow that up? You
dude,
know,
it's gonna be hard. But honestly, I think you could do it. Like, you just put Kratos back on his bullshit, dude, and fucking get him, get him killing some gods, dude. It's gonna be.
all right, that's all that matters.
Oh man, I'm hyped.
Anyways, so that was the whole PS4 event,
Yeah, that was it.
or PS5.
Yeah.
My bad.
Whatever PS we're on right now.
Yeah. Well, so let's move on to some other news. The next generation of Xbox launches in just a couple of months, and starting today, well, I guess that was like yesterday, right? You could pre-order Microsoft's 2 newest consoles, the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. The Series X and Series S released November 10th for $500 and $300 respectively, and pre-orders just began in the U.S. and Canada, and you probably missed it already at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'd be surprised if they're not sold out already.
Yeah, they were sold out like pretty quickly. We were wrong about like, oh, Xbox is not selling, or we're like, yeah, they're not going to sell out. You could probably get you an Xbox pretty easily. Apparently, they already sold out like everywhere.
Although I don't think they sold out as fast, which probably implies that they did have more stock like we were thinking.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Which is probably great for them. Honestly, these other companies are fucking up because, like, you know.
It's like, why not have what the people want? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why hold it from them? You know? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, congrats to everybody that got one. I know Aaron got one.
Yeah, Aaron Jones.
Yeah, maybe a couple other people in the group got one. If you got one, shout it out. You know, let us know.
Yeah.
Rub it in our face. We'll be, you know, happy for you.
Anyways, you got some. What you got?
All right, I'll go ahead and break them off with that big shit.
Oh yeah, I don't
boy.
know why I didn't even just jump straight to that, but I guess the pre-orders were important.
That is important.
Here's the biggest.
The biggest of all shit. Microsoft has announced a $7.5 billion deal to acquire ZeniMax Media, the parent company of Bethesda Works and its many studios. Those studios, including Bethesda Game Studios and ID Software, are behind some big video games, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. $7.5 billion. That's fucking nuts. They got Bethesda Softworks, Bethesda Game Studios, ID Software, ZeniMax Online Studios, Arcane Studios, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, Alpha Dogs, and Roundhouse Studios as part of this deal.
Yeah, with those, I mean, so under Bethesda, you got Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Starfield,
Dishonored.
No. I have the different studios and what they work on. So
sorry, my bad.
No, id Software has Doom, Rage, and Wolfenstein.
Ooh, that's some heat right there. Those
yeah.
are like some sleeper hits that like that's one of the big acquisitions in my opinion.
ZeniMax Online Studios does Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76. You have Arcane Studios, which does Dishonored, Prey, Deathloop, Wolfenstein, Youngblood. Machine Games, which did Wolfenstein, Youngblood. Tango Gameworks, The Evil Within, and Ghostwire Tokyo.
Bro.
And then Alpha Dog, which does Monstro City Rampage, and then Roundhouse Studios, which does Prey.
Bro, an Evil Within fucking Xbox exclusive would be
dude.
Sick, dude. Like
also, well, that new game, the Tokyo, the Ghostwire Tokyo, which is made by, like, that's their, like, next big thing, you know? So, like, I'm excited to see what that's going to be.
Yeah.
The trailer for that looked dope, but now it's officially owned by Microsoft. But so Xbox head Phil Spencer outlined that this deal includes, all those franchises. It also mentions that Bethesda was early to support Game Pass with offerings like Elder Scrolls, and that moving forward, Bethesda's library will be added to the service as each game releases. So, like, every Bethesda game going forward, day and date will come to Game Pass. Just like their first party, stuff, which is amazing. And
it's so amazing. This changes Game Pass.
This
revolutionizes Game Pass, like
including Starfield. So like that's gonna be dope. Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6.
Dude, Game Pass just as soon as they put the fucking library of Bethesda games on Game Pass, like it's gonna instantly become like
the best,
4 times as good as it already is. You know what I mean? Like just put the Evil Within, all the Fallouts, Elder Scrolls, all that shit, dude. It's just gonna be like, you know what I mean?
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. And Spencer said all of their great work will, of course, continue and grow, and we look forward to empowering them with the resources and support of Microsoft to scale their creative visions to more players in new ways for you. Spencer also appeared on CNBC to discuss the deal. When asked directly if Microsoft would make any cuts to the company, Spencer replied, "Our plan is to leave them alone." Hines also noted that Bethesda will still publish its own games. It's unclear what changes, if any, might happen on that front, including changes involving exclusivity on future games. But, quote, "Like our original partnership, this one is about more than one system or one screen," said Elder Scrolls and Fallout producer Todd Howard in a statement. "We share a deep belief in the fundamental power of games and their ability to connect, empower, and bring joy, and a belief we should bring that to everyone, regardless of who you are, where you live, or what you play on. regardless of the screen size, the controller, or the ability to even use one. It's important to note that the deal hasn't officially gone through as of yet, but it will be before 2021. Like, that's just like, it's already bought, but like they haven't done all the like legal work.
Well, shit is crazy, man. It's one of the biggest deals in fucking history, man. Do you know Disney only paid $4 billion for fucking Star Wars? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
That put this in perspective. This is almost double the fucking Disney Star Wars deal. Like, that's how much Microsoft is investing, and probably rightfully so. This is like, honestly, as much as they're spending, this is probably the best investment Microsoft could make in their future as a game, maker. I don't know.
Well, definitely. I mean, even look at like whenever Microsoft purchased Minecraft for $2 billion.
$2 billion, yeah, and that was astronomical at the time.
Yes.
You know,
dude.
Like.
People sleep on it, but like I saw somebody post in this group that I'm in, and they were like, name one Bethesda game that's worth $7.5 billion. I'm like, it's not about one game.
It's about all of the games. Think about all the different franchises. Evil Within, fucking Wolfenstein,
not
fucking
only that,
Doom, fucking Fallout.
Think about how many consoles they just sold with that one news article. That just like as soon as that happened. Imagine all the people that were like, well, fuck it. I guess I'm getting an Xbox.
I almost bought an Xbox because of it. Like, fucking, dude, it's crazy, man. And not to mention, a lot of people have pointed this out. I think it's worth mentioning that fucking now we've got Obsidian and Bethesda under the same roof. You know what I mean? A lot of people have been saying New Vegas too. And then Obsidian posted a little like shruggy shoulder guy, like
because you know it's coming.
You know what I mean? So
Phil Spencer walked in and he's like, "All right, boys, let's get to work."
Oh, dude, this is really exciting stuff, and this is game-changing shit right here. This is like, man, this Xbox officially has them studios. Like,
oh yeah, dude,
bro.
Like all their other studios, I could care less about, honestly.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, okay.
This is all that matters.
They got them and Rare and fucking like, dude, it's over. They got fucking my fucking boy over Luke, not fucking Tim Schafer.
Yeah, Tim Schafer.
What's their
Psychonauts.
Double Fine?
Double Fine.
Yeah.
So Tom Warren at The Verge said Microsoft is revealing today that it now has 15 million Xbox Game Pass subscribers. That's up 50% from the 10 million the company previously disclosed back in April. So within like
it, man. Like
6 months, they've gone up, 10 or 5 million subscribers. Like, imagine that growth now that Bethesda was just purchased.
Imagine that growth when they actually start like pumping out these new games, dude. When Starfield comes out and people are like, you can play that on Game Pass for $10. And people, dude,
that's what I'm saying.
Is gonna be like fucking 1 billion subscribers.
Yeah, even if you don't have Xbox, you could if you have an Android phone, and by that time, I imagine even on your iPhone, you'll be able to just xCloud.
Surely they'll figure something out with Apple at some point. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Anyways, what you got over there? That's the biggest news.
Well, kind of piggybacking on that news, Phil Spencer did an interview, and they claim that ZeniMax will still honor all of its previous PS5 timed exclusive commitments. So, Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo, all that stuff that's supposed to be PS5 exclusive will still be PS5 exclusive for a short period of time. So.
Yeah, because you know how Xbox do. They try to play to the people where they're like, hey, we care about the gamers. You guys keep your game over there. We just dropped $7.5 billion.
We don't care.
Yeah, no, it's no big deal, bro.
Yeah, y'all go have your little stupid fucking game. Because the sequel's coming to Xbox. Oh shit.
So Steve Watts at GameSpot says Todd Howard promises that Bethesda Game Studios' upcoming projects will be getting a big upgrade with a revamped engine. In Howard's statement on the acquisition, he walks through how working hand-in-hand with Microsoft has led the company to make technical leaps for its new games. Quote, with each new console cycle, we evolved together. From bringing mods to consoles with Fallout 4, now over 1 billion downloads, to the latest technologies fueling Xbox Series X and S, Howard said. These new systems are optimized for the vast worlds we love to create, with generational leaps not just in graphics, but CPU and data streaming as well. It's led to our largest engine overhaul since Oblivion, with all new technologies powering our first new IP in 25 years, Starfield, as well as the Elder Scrolls 6. So basically, they haven't overhauled their engine really since Oblivion.
Yeah.
So
which is, I mean, if you go back and look at the jump between Morrowind and Oblivion, it's like stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if they're
dude,
talking
I'm
about,
so ready for
bro.
this. Imagine just like a huge like Fallout or like an Elder Scrolls world with ray tracing and like just like next gen
like
technology.
Photorealistic people walking around and
And
like,
then they just like get stuck in chairs and shit. Like I'm ready for
they're
this.
flying off into the air. Dude, yes. I can't
It's gonna
wait.
be good, dude.
I can't wait for Starfield. I'm actually really excited to have a new like Bethesda world. You know, like
a Todd Howard Bethesda world, not just any Bethesda world.
Exactly,
you know?
like a new like
Fallout
basically. Ugh.
Space
That's
Fallout.
gonna be sick. It's gonna honestly probably fucking put that one game to shame, the Outer Worlds or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be the Outer Worlds on fucking crack. I can already tell you that. Like,
definitely, but that's what Outer Worlds is good for, is being like the small, like little, like
the appetizer.
Yeah, the appetizer. It gets you ready for that shit, dude.
Oh.
Anyways, what you got?
Okay, we talked about NVIDIA apologizing and PS5 also apologizing about all the bots and scalpers. Apparently, they're all kind of trying to do what they can to review orders and stuff. So hopefully,
yeah,
you know,
PlayStation said you should have another chance to get, some consoles.
Yeah.
So
we got Square Enix also apologizing over here. They have dropped their latest patch for Marvel's Avengers, and apparently it fixes more than 1,000 issues.
God damn.
Yeah, some are small, some are game-breaking bugs. I spent about 30 hours playing Marvel Avengers, and I had like 2 instances where like the game wouldn't progress. Like I would kill the last enemy in a sequence of enemies, and then when the cutscene was supposed to come on, nothing would happen. So I would just be like locked in this room where I couldn't do anything, you know? That happened to me twice.
Sounds about right.
Through my whole playthrough. So apparently they fixed those bugs and then several other bugs. There was another one where like you work your ass off in that game to get costumes. Okay, costumes are like the ultimate reward in Marvel Avengers, right?
Okay.
And like you get these like fabricator patterns, and you take them to the fabricator, and like you put them in there, and then it spits out a random costume, and you're all hyped about it.
So it's like Destiny. Kinda.
It's like Destiny, yeah. But like basically there was a glitch where you take your thing to the fabricator after working like 10 hours to get this bullshit. And you take it to the fabricator, and the fabricator would just eat it and not give you a fucking
He's like, thanks,
reward.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So that happened to like 3 of my fucking fabrication things before I realized what was happening.
That sucks.
I was so mad, but apparently that's fixed too. So a lot of issues are fixed. So
that's good. I love whenever they put out incomplete games. It always feels good.
Yeah.
Anyways, Alessandro Barbosa at GameSpot says, with the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, all hopes of BlizzCon taking place in person this year were thwarted months ago. But if you've been looking forward to updates on its games, the developer will now be hosting BlizzCon Online, or as Blizzard calls it, BlizzConline, on the 19th through the 20th of February 2021. BlizzCon Online will take place over 2 days, with a host of events being conducted remotely. This includes BlizzCon staples, such as contests for art, cosplay, digital storytelling, and more. Blizzard are even finding a way of holding the traditional March of the Murlocs, encouraging fans to send in a few seconds of footage to be added to the lengthy video segment. That sounds so cringy. I don't know what that is. I don't want to be a part of that. Of course, BlizzCon is also about the developer showcase, where it usually provides updates on all its projects. Although no details have been announced yet, it's likely we'll finally get more details on Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4. I think it's 4. Yeah, that's 4. Both of which...
Sounds right.
I'm like looking at the Roman numeral. I'm like, did I say that backwards? No, but both of which were announced at last year's BlizzCon. Blizzard also has the chance to talk more about Diablo Immortal, the spinoff coming to phones. I'm sure they want to talk more about that. And then the latest expansion for World of Warcraft Shadowlands out later this year. Blizzard says in the announcement that more details about the event will be shared soon. Yeah, so there you go, you big nerds. Go get your warlocks and whatnot.
I like that. Okay. Apparently, sorry, I don't know what it is. I can't stop burping.
Morty. No, wait, I don't know why I gave him. I keep going to that stupid What's going on here?
What's going on here, Morty?
We just make him like a Jersey.
I'm from Jersey.
How do you do that? How'd you burp on purpose?
I just felt it coming and threw
Oh,
the
okay,
joke
you
in
threw
there.
it in there.
It was a random.
I was like, there's people
fortunate
that can burp
accident.
on purpose, and I've never been able to make it happen.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
I've seen people do it.
They're like, you just got to suck in air. I'm like,
No.
dude, I do that. Like,
I'm
it's
always
called breathing.
sucking in air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you mean. Anyways.
Apparently, some data miners have dug into the files of Red Dead Online.
Hackers.
Some hackers. And they found like 50 different zombie models that haven't been released yet. So this is exciting. The models are labeled Armory of Fear, but it isn't clear if they're being used for a new game mode or some larger temporary overhaul of Red Dead Online.
So it's like Red Dead, or what was it called?
Yeah, it's like the Undead Army or whatever they did for the first game. I hope that's what we get in here. You know what I mean? That would be a sweet update. It would make sense around Halloween. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And the models look cool. They showed some pictures. Spooky stuff.
Yeah, spooky. Jeremy Winslow at GameSpot says, now that Cyberpunk 2077 is only 2 months away, some may be wondering just how long it will take to finish the open world action RPG. While there isn't an official completion number yet, developer CD Projekt Red confirmed that Cyberpunk 2077's campaign will be, quote, slightly shorter, end quote, than the Witcher 3's. Following the studio's third episode of Night City Wire, a regular live stream series dedicated to all things Cyberpunk 2077, senior quest designer Patrick K. Mills said Cyberpunk 2077's campaign won't be as long as The Witcher 3's. This is in direct response to complaints the developer got about the length of The Witcher 3's campaign, which can take anywhere from 50 hours to 190 hours to finish.
Who's taking 190 hours to beat The Witcher 3?
Well, if you do everything, apparently it takes like 190 hours. Quote, we do know that the main story run in Cyberpunk 2077 is slightly shorter than The Witcher 3. We got a lot of complaints about The Witcher 3's main story just being too long. And looking at the metrics, you see tremendous numbers of people play through that game really far, but never made it to the end.
Bro, The Witcher 3 could have been twice as long, and I still would have played every second of it, and it would have been amazing.
Well, just know you're in the minority, okay? No, we want you to see the whole story, not just Brent. So we did shorten the main story, but we have lots to do. And in terms of a completionist campaign, I just don't have that number, end quote.
Watch it just suck ass. That would be the greatest, like, fucking troll of all time. It's just, like, the worst game.
Cyberpunk 2077, it's 2 hours long.
It's just trash. That would be so funny, dude. Like,
none of the animations work. Like, it's just super buggy.
It's just broken, like.
When you drive the car, it's like Tony Hawk Underground. Like.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Following yet another leak suggesting the existence of the Mass Effect remastered trilogy, a pre-order for a Dark Horse-produced replica of the Normandy SR2 for Mass Effect 2 has appeared on Amazon, also hinting at an imminent remaster. Currently on sale for $45.49, the Dark Horse Deluxe Mass Effect Alliance Normandy SR2 is a small-scale figurine of Commander Shepard's ship, blah, 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 blah. Basically,
no,
they're dropping some hints here.
Oh, okay.
I think we're going to get a remastered Mass Effect trilogy soon, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, they might as well remaster like the whole trilogy. Like, or are they saying just two?
No,
like,
I think they're doing the whole thing.
The whole thing. Okay.
That's just the two.
Didn't they already do that for Xbox 1, right?
No.
No. No, they just sold them all three,
Yeah.
like in a thing for the 360
To be
or something.
honest with you, the only one that really needs remastering is the first one, and even it looks pretty good still, considering how old of a game
Yeah,
it
but the
is.
gameplay
You know what I
is
mean?
pretty bad. Like the sniping and stuff. Like,
I
it's
like
just
the
really
first
bad.
one. I don't know. I mean, it's not like great, but it's not like, honestly, I don't know. I like everything about the first one more than the next two games. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But I'm probably in the minority there. I know most people like 2 the most, you know?
Yeah.
I thought 2 had kind of a stupid ending, and I don't like the gun fabrication thing in 2, but, you know. I
Because
did.
you got the wrong ending, dude. You should have played through it 7 times.
Yeah, probably.
But Eddie McCooch at GameSpot says Chinese internet company Tencent's video game investments are coming under scrutiny from the U.S. government. According to Bloomberg, the Trump administration is reaching out to Tencent's U.S. companies to ask them to send over details on their data security systems pertaining to Tencent. The Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S. has sent letters to Epic Games and Riot Games, among others, asking them to share details and information about how they handle the personal data of their American users, according to Bloomberg sources. Tencent owns League of Legends studio Riot Games completely, while it has a 40% ownership stake in Epic Games. Tencent also owns a minority stake in the American games publisher Activision Blizzard. Looking abroad, Tencent owns Path of Exile studio Grinding Gear, while it also has smaller investments in Ubisoft, Bluehole, Jaeger, and Platinum Games. Eamon Mir, who formerly worked for the U.S. Treasury Department, told Bloomberg, quote, "When you're talking about massive amounts of data, there's probably something for the committee to look at," end quote. This move from the U.S. government comes amid the Trump administration's crackdown on the viral app TikTok, which is owned by the Chinese company ByteDance. Just recently, ByteDance announced that Oracle and Walmart would acquire a 20% stake in the company, preventing TikTok from getting banned in the U.S. So I've been talking about this for a while, about like China just like buying all these video game companies and like buying huge stakes. Like they own Riot Games completely outright, and they own 40% of Epic Games. That's a huge fucking chunk of Epic Games. Like
of one of the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
And then we have the issue with Activision Blizzard where, you know, Blitzchung or whatever, you know, was basically just, he didn't get his prize money and shit like that just because he spoke out against China.
Yeah.
Like, which I think this is like, you know, as much as I don't get into politics, I think that China is definitely a threat whenever it comes to censorship and freedom of speech. And I think that this is definitely something that needs to be looked at, especially with the data that they're using and what it's being used for. I don't see a problem with our government looking in to make sure that our data isn't being used for some crazy shit.
Agreed.
You know, so it is what it is, but hopefully they've been using our data respectfully. Otherwise, you're going to have the TikTok situation all over again, but with Epic Games. And that would not be good, especially right now when Epic Games is already fighting fucking Apple, you know, and going through all this stuff.
Man.
They were climbing to the top, and right now they're starting to look like they're about to start heading the opposite direction.
Dude, yeah.
You know, they got their you know, concerts and Fortnite, and I don't know what's happening over there, man. I feel bad for them, but it is what it is. Anyways, what you got?
Oh, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, we got a little bit more here. GameSpot following, this is from Gabe Gerwin at GameSpot. He says, following September 16th's PS5 pre-order fiasco, which saw the console go on sale at several retailers without proper warning, Sony has offered an apology. It also promises that you haven't missed out on your chance to get the system this year if you couldn't snag a pre-order online, which I said that earlier, but I just wanted to read what they said. It says, writing on its official Twitter account, PlayStation said its pre-orders could have gone, quote, a lot smoother, end quote, and that it would be releasing more of the systems for pre-order in the next few days via retailers. But so one thing, we personally know someone, you know, that works at GameSpot, and GameStop, not GameSpot. Mm-hmm. And he said that the reason why, like, because Sony had promised that they would warn people whenever, you know, it was going out, and they were like, okay, it's going to, you know, pre-orders will go up tomorrow or something. Walmart just, I guess they had a mess up, and they just started releasing pre-orders like way ahead of the time they were supposed to. So GameStop was like, well, fuck it, we're going to do it too. And so that's one of the main reasons why a lot of the pre-orders sold out so quickly is because of a fuck up at Walmart.
Dude, Walmart did that shit on purpose. Like, they were like, make you wait for the PS5 pre-order? Nah. They
Sony's
dropped
like,
the link, dude.
what
Like,
the fuck?
they were fucking dicks about it. Did you see that?
No,
Like,
I didn't see
they
it. I thought it
literally
was an
posted
accident.
that on Twitter. Like, that was like their fucking tweet about it. They're
Like, what you gonna do about it, bitch? We're Walmart.
They didn't give
Like,
a fuck.
You're still gonna sell your shit here no matter what. We're gonna sell your games for $10 less than we should.
Dude, that's the thing. When everybody's buying those $70 fucking games, Walmart's gonna have those bitches for $60.
Oh yeah,
I promise you.
They don't give a fuck, dude. They can do what they want. Like, by the way, Sony, we're keeping 50% of all this shit. It's like, anyways, but yeah, that's it for the video game news this week. There's going to be a lot of Xbox and PS5 talk coming up soon in this episode, but we're going to jump on over to this week's releases before we get to the topic. And this week's releases is where I'm going to let you know which brand new games are coming out in the next 7 days. Starting with Twin Breaker, a Sacred Symbols adventure. Coming to Switch, Xbox One, PC, September 23rd for $9.99. Twin Breaker, a Sacred Symbols adventure, is a story-driven brick-breaking game molded in the style
Story-driven?
of it
You
molded
must break the bricks to save the world.
molded in the style of 80s arcade brick-busting games, but with a plot, characters, and meaning. Okay.
Aaron says Walmart can jump the gun on console pre-orders, but can't open the game case for you.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you can buy it, but we can't get it out for you. No, but yeah, that's the Twin Breaker is actually the game by Colin Moriarty, which is like he's from IGN and then went to own his own company, Kind of Funny.
Oh right, we've talked about
yeah. So like, but it's no longer just coming to Vita. It's gonna be on everything else.
Oh,
so.
good, because fucking who has a Vita anymore? You
Yeah,
know?
right. I think that was the point, though. I think that's why they did it. But anyways, Going Under is coming to PS4, Switch, Xbox One, and PC on September 24th for $19.99. Going Under is a dystopian roguelite-inspired dungeon crawler about exploring the cursed ruins of failed tech startups. Wield everything as a weapon. Make friends. Learn skills. Can you survive the worst internship ever?
I like wielding everything as a weapon.
Yeah.
That's the reason I like the Dead Rising games so much.
Oh yeah,
you know?
dude. I do like that, but this is obviously like a big joke game.
Oh.
I guess that game is also kind of a joke, but I don't know.
It's like a half-hearted joke.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It's like
It's like Zombieland, you know? It's a joke, but it's serious.
Let's see. Chadley 1994 says #facts, and I think he was talking about Walmart, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But whatever he says is facts.
It is facts.
Then we have Cyberhook PC coming September 24th. Couldn't find a price for this game, but Cyberhook is a fast-paced 3D platformer that has you using parkour skills and a grappling hook to scale and ride walls while fighting enemies and blasting blocks with a laser gun. Pew pew.
I feel like in the next few months we're gonna see a lot of cyber shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude. I've never thought I could get annoyed with cyberpunk stuff, but like I think we're gonna reach that point.
But here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Like it's like the '80s all over again, dude. You know,
yeah.
like you got
Hacker
fucking
Man.
RoboCop, you got fucking Total Recall, all that shit. Like, but at least it was good.
Wait, we're
back
doing
then.
RoboCop?
No. I'm just saying, like in the
I thought
'80s
they were
there
doing
was like
a
the big
RoboCop
cyberpunk
remake. I was like, oh boy.
That would be tight.
That would be
no,
tight.
they did a RoboCop remake. That shit sucked.
Oh yeah,
It was like PG-13. Like, how are you gonna make RoboCop
That doesn't
PG-13?
count, yeah.
Anyways, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition is coming to Switch and PC on September 24th for $29.99. Whatever you want to create, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 gives you the tools and the freedom to build the amusement park of your dreams. Okay.
If you give me a Roller Coaster Tycoon game on PC, it better be in VR, and I better be able to ride the roller coasters I make in VR. You know what I'm saying?
That would be tight, actually.
That would be tight,
Good
right?
call. Serious Sam 4 is coming to Stadia and PC on September 24th for $39.99. Serious Sam returns with a high-powered prequel. Scales up chaos. Wait, what? With a high-powered prequel scales up chaos to what? Fight your way through unbelievable numbers of Mentals minions. Smash through the action-packed campaign with friends in 4-player online co-op mode. Okay, what is Chad saying?
Chad says at least Dread was a decent remake.
That was a fucking
it was
awesome
really
remake.
good, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I want that slow motion drug.
Give me some of that.
Just pop some in me and throw me off a roof.
Yeah, dude.
And then we got Circadian City coming to PC on September 24th for $11.99. Circadian City is a life simulation / RPG game where you control the whole 24-hour life of a character, including in their dreams. Okay, and then we have
whole 24-hour life.
Yeah,
they only live 24 hours.
It's a fly. No, I don't know, but
that's what I was thinking. Like,
Port Royale 4 is coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on September 25th for $49.99. In Port Royale 4, players will develop production chains connecting multiple islands to create complex trade routes across the Caribbean and fulfill tasks for their nation's viceroy to earn more fame and unlock town buildings, ships, and more. And then we have Swordsman, virtual reality sword fighting, coming to PC VR on September 25th. Couldn't find a price, but Swordsman VR is a story-driven, physics-based medieval combat game. It features a variety of combat environments, over 100 enemy variations from 4 cultures, boss fights, dozens of weapons, shields and armor, a customizable player progression system, and more.
That sounds tight.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. And then we got Troll Hunters, Defenders of Arcadia, coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, PC, September 25th for $39.99. Troll Hunters, Defenders of Arcadia is a platform action-adventure game based on the DreamWorks Emmy-winning animated series Troll Hunters. Jump into the world of Troll Hunters and prepare to stop the time-pocalypse.
I've always wanted to jump into the world of Troll Hunters.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that a thing?
I think so.
I guess. And then we got Bullet Age coming to Switch and PC September 25th. Couldn't find a price. Grab a friend and blast, dash, and slash your way through mutated creatures, huge bosses, and challenging platforming to unlock the mystery of Bullet Age. Okay, and then we got Budget Cuts coming to PS4 September 25th for $29.99. Infiltrate secured facilities as a fast-working spy armed with incredible technology in this puzzling first-person TV challenge.
That's a big deal. That's a VR game. It's like one of the most popular PC VR games. So if you're a PSVR owner, that's something to get hyped about for sure.
Nice. And then we got Mafia Definitive Edition coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on September 25th for $39.99.
Hell yeah. Got that bitch pre-ordered.
Oh, yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
Nice. Live the life of a Prohibition-era gangster and rise through the organized crime ranks of the Mafia in 1930s Lost Heaven.
That shit's going to be beautiful. Have you seen the screenshots from it?
It looks dope.
Ooh. Can't wait to play it.
Then we have Genshin Impact coming to PS4, PC, and mobile on September 28th for $9.99. In the open-world action RPG Genshin Impact, you are a traveler drifted from another world who has awoken in a new land. You will explore this wondrous world freely, making friends along the way, and look for the 7 archons of the 7 elements. And then we
You lost me somewhere there.
And it's one of those RPGs.
7.
And then we have Until You Fall, PSVR, coming to September 29th for $25.
Great week for PlayStation VR. Shame they're putting all these games out like right at the end of the fucking PS4's lifespan, but whatever, you know what I mean?
I feel like they're always putting out PSVR games, though.
True, and I think the PSVR is just going to kind of carry over to the PS5. It'll probably be a lot better on the PS5, actually, if they utilize the power.
Hopefully. Until You Fall is an energetic, fast-paced virtual reality sword fighting experience. Put your sword fighting skills to the test as you use both magic and melee to fight twisted enemies in an unforgiving environment. And then we have Floor 13, Deep State, PC, Mac, September 29th. Couldn't find a price. In Floor 13, Deep State, you use the power of the state to deal with truth, fake news, illegal surveillance, extraordinary rendition, or assassination. It doesn't matter how. All you need to do is sign the order. And then we have Bartlow's Dread Machine coming to Xbox One and PC on September 29th for $14.99. Bartlow's Dread Machine is an intense arcade shooter with single-player and couch co-op modes. Shoot down enemies with a variety of ranged weapons, from 6 shooters and machine guns to Nikola Tesla's lightning precipitator and Marie Curie's radium expulsor. And then we have Projection, First Light, coming to Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and PC on September 29th for $19.99. Projection. First Light follows the adventures of Greta, a girl living in a mythological shadow puppet world, as she embarks on a journey of self-enlightenment with the assistance of legendary heroes from each culture she explores. Pecos Bill, I bet you he's one of them. And then we gotta
be in there.
Yeah, one of the greatest heroes. And then we have Warsaw coming to PS4 on September 29th for $29.99. Set during World War II, Warsaw is a beautifully hand-painted tactical role-playing game set in the Nazi-invaded Central European capital city of Warsaw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then we have The Walking Dead Onslaught coming to PS4 and PC September 29th for $29.99.
Bro, the VR games are coming out this week, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's coming to PC, too, though. The Walking Dead Onslaught turns you into a desperate survivor struggling against the relentless Walker threat while confronting both the horrors and humanity of this apocalyptic new world.
This game's going to be sick. This is made by Servios, who, in my opinion, are some of the best VR makers out right now. And the most recent Walking Dead game was, like, critically acclaimed, so it's like, I don't know, these people made Raw Data and, like, the Creed boxing VR game and a bunch of other really high-profile VR games, so that's exciting to me.
Cool. Yeah, and that's it for this week's releases. We're going to jump on over to currently playing. What have you been playing, Brett?
Man, I've been playing a lot of shit, dude.
Give us the lowdown.
I'm about to give you the skinny, you know what I mean?
Give me the fat, dude.
Well, first of all, I was on Steam the other day, and I saw this thing. It was Cartoon Network's Journeys VR. And I clicked on it just because I was like, why not, you know? And it was free, so I downloaded it. And I was like, why not, you know? And it's like a VR game that's like animated and directed by the Cartoon Network Studios. And it's like 3 different short like VR scenarios that it puts you in. And it's all free, and it's really funny and like entertaining. It's basically like living out an Adventure Time episode, but like,
oh, cool.
It's cute, you know, and it's free. And if you have VR, I highly recommend downloading it. You know what I mean? Then I played Fortnite just to check out the ray tracing a little bit. Pretty sweet, you know what I mean? Pretty sweet. My computer can barely handle it, though. Like, even with the DLSS turned on, I have to put it on my 1080p screen, which is crazy because, like, without ray tracing, my computer fucking could play Fortnite in like 4K probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as soon as you turn that fucking ray tracing on, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like,
wait till you get that 3080, dog.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, boy. But you know, it's really nice. It adds a lot of like beauty to the game. Then I played a little bit of Among Us with you.
Oh, yeah. We did play
fun.
Among Us.
We played a little bit of that. I played a little bit of it on my own, too. I'm kind of addicted to it.
Yeah, it's super fun. I played some on my phone.
Oh, really? It's on the phone,
Yeah,
too?
it's free on the phone.
Oh.
Yeah, so, like, I was just, like, thinking, I was like, man, whenever my family gets together, like, a lot of times we'll play, like, Jackbox Party Pack or whatever since you can play it from your phone. So, like, we'll probably play this now where we can – it's kind of like playing Clue.
Cross-platform?
Yeah, it's cross-platform, and then
next time we play,
PC
you ought to get your girlfriend on there or something, and then I could get my girlfriend. We could like actually have a group of people we all know
and play.
What I mean?
That's what I say. You can do local too, so like you don't have to do online. So like as long as everybody's in the same on the same Wi-Fi.
How do you do local? Does it split the screen or what?
No. I mean local as in like.
Oh, okay.
The connection is local.
Oh, okay.
So like you just use your Wi-Fi. You don't have to use the online aspect of it.
Fun.
Yeah, and so like you know we'll typically get together. It'll be like my brother-in-law, my sister, my brother, my other sister, and her boyfriend, and all this stuff. Like all of us together, and we can just play one big game of Among Us. You know, like I feel like that would be fun. Like just all of us in the same room. And then like
that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I was having fun just with all of us the other day. Like,
oh, dude, yeah, it's so fun to play, and like people get so mad in that game.
Dude, yeah.
Like
we all dressed up like cops, and nobody would come in the lobby with us. They're like, fuck 12.
Yeah, no, I was like, I am the law, and this guy was like, dude, quit being so serious. I was like, what serious person says that?
Right, dressed up like.
Yeah, I was like, because somebody had like a flamingo on their head, and I like type in all caps. I was like, I am the law. I was like, please remove that flamingo from your head or whatever. And like, he was just like, bro, chill out. I was like, dude, what?
He was upset.
He was very upset about me wanting that flamingo gone.
And then that poor guy whose wife left him, just a lot of crazy things.
There's a lot of drama in Among Us.
Crazy community going on over there.
Yeah, that was like the first conversation we had in that game. We like went onto the message thing, and some guy joined. And he's like, "Hey guys," he's like, "I'm really depressed." And we're just like, "What?" And he's like, "My wife left me," and he's like, "And this game reminds me of her." And I was like, "What?" I'm sorry.
Like, dang, bro, sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure it was like a 5-year-old kid, just like just fucking with people. But anyways. What you got?
And then I played a little bit of Mario 3D All-Stars. I broke down. I got the digital version. I didn't get the fancy schmancy.
Yeah, what's the point even?
Yeah.
What's the even point
of getting the other version?
Of getting the digital version. I mean, like the whole point is to have that cool case that you can later turn around and sell for like $4,000. The
whole point is to play fucking 3D All-Stars, motherfucker.
His wife was the imposter.
Oh, shit, dude.
That's what Aaron's
twist.
Alonesy Jonesy. Anyways.
But yeah, I've been playing that. It's fun. Everything looks pretty, especially Mario Galaxy. Like, Mario Galaxy feels like a game that should have just come out on the Switch.
Really?
You know what I mean? It's a lot of fun, and it looks really good.
Is it a good game?
Yeah, it's a great game. Have you not played Mario Galaxy?
No.
Oh, bro, you got to get All-Stars now.
Do I?
Yes. Did you like Mario Odyssey?
Yes.
Then you'll probably
100%
if you
Mario
like
Odyssey.
If you like any of those like 3D Mario games, Galaxy is like
it's top notch.
Top notch.
It's up there.
It's top notch.
I just don't know if I like the motion control physics aspect of it. I'm just like, I don't really want to do that.
I don't think you have to do that. I think you can do like use the B button or something, or like there's a way around it. There's workarounds for that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
As long as that's the case. I still want to get it. I just don't want to pay $60 for it.
No.
Yeah.
But you might have to.
I know.
You know? That's okay though. I am also playing Watch Dogs 2. It was free on the Epic Game Store. I'm not actually playing it because it was free, though. I had it before it was free, and now I'm just getting around to playing it finally. But it's, like, really good. Like, the graphics are really good. The fucking gameplay is really good. The only thing that's not really good is, like, the story. And that's just because, like, it starts it off, like, it just kicks into, like, the heart of the story too fast. There's no build-up, you know? You're just suddenly this hacker god, and you're, like, you know, starting up fucking... Basically, the story is, like, you're anonymous, except for more extreme. Like, you're anonymous with guns, and you're, like, going around hacking people and doing...
What game is this?
Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I don't... whenever you're like, Watch Dogs 2 is free, I was like... I'll download it, but I don't think I'll ever play it.
It's a good game, man. People really sleep on Watch Dogs as a series. That's the thing. A lot of these, you know, sandbox games are like focused on, I'm going to make the biggest open world I can, and then they just feel empty and not fun. You know what I mean? Watch Dogs is fun as fuck. You know what I mean? Watch Dogs is like Sleeping Dogs, in my opinion. It's like one of the few sandbox games that really captures the magic of like what makes a sandbox game good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I really, really am all about this game. Like, I love the interactions you can have with, like, the environment. I like how you can, like, hack into people's phones and, like, listen to their phone calls and shit as you're walking down the street. The cars all look really good. Like, they all... I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. Like, it's just a genuinely, like, fun game, you know? And I'm really excited about the third one. I feel like Watch Dogs as a series is just slept on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but I just can't get into it.
Like,
I played the first one. I didn't like it.
If you're a fan of the TV show Mr. Robot, if anybody out there likes that show, then you will love Watch Dogs as a game, as a series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's who this game is made for. People who are fans of that show.
I imagine it's also for people who like Assassin's Creed. Like, I feel like it's
not the same.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
Not even a little bit. Like, I will say that Watch Dogs 2 incorporated, like, a parkour element where you can, like, hold right trigger and do flips over stuff like Assassin's Creed, but, like, it's not. You can't climb up buildings and stuff. It's, like, it's more like Grand Theft Auto than anything. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Thanks for... Chadley, you haven't followed us this whole time? You just now followed us, Chadley. All right, I see how it is. You know what? Take that off of there. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Chadley for the follow.
What was Alonzi Jonesy talking about with the Pro Controller? Mario?
He was saying on Mario Galaxy,
Bro,
the Pro Controller.
Aces when you have that Pro Controller, dude.
Well, that's fine as long as I don't have to motion control my way through a Mario game. I'm down. And then we got Mario Kart 8 is what I was playing. Yeah, that's the only other thing I was playing. Mario Kart 8.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
No,
sometimes you got to get on that Mario Kart 8.
Besides like the normal, I played Among Us, played Mario Kart 8 like almost every night. We've been jumping on some Mario Kart 8.
I know you probably hit a little Warzone too.
Warzone, I did get a dub in Warzone. Like I hopped on Sunday and I was like, look guys, I can play 3 games. That's it. 3 games. And they're like, all right, we're going to get the dub. And we got it on the 3rd game.
Nice.
And we all survived. None of us died. It was just we came in clutch. We each got like 7 kills. It was intense.
That.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to say, I've stopped talking about it, but I do keep going back to the Marvel Avengers game. And I don't even know why. Like at this point, I'm just playing the same levels over and over again.
It's called depression.
Dude, it's like really addictive. Something about that game is like addictive as fuck. Like,
yeah, I mean, it looks like it. It looks like it could be addicting. I just can't bring myself to play it. Like, first off, I don't care about Marvel or the Avengers.
Oof.
That could be the problem.
That's definitely the problem.
But I do like the Marvel characters. Like, I just don't like this more Disney Marvel like shit.
If you don't
happening.
like the Marvel characters, then it's just like every other fucking game. It's just like Destiny. It's just like Warframe. And
in that case, I'd much rather have a first-person shooter.
Yeah,
to me, skill-based.
To me, I like the Marvel theme, and it really elevates the format to me. Because Destiny, I just can't get into it. But you put like fucking Avengers coat of paint over it, I'm all about it. I don't know why. That works with a lot of things for me. You throw a Marvel coat of paint on it, bam, I'm into it.
Well, that's good to hear.
Give me Dynasty Warriors Marvel. I might be into it.
No, stop right now. Stop. Do not. Well, we have a weird power to bring things to reality. Why would you waste it on something so stupid?
All right. Scratch that.
Scratch
Dynasty Warriors. It's too late. It's already like accepted by the universe.
Okay, so that's it for currently playing. If you guys want to let us know what you've been playing, you can drop it in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast, and we will talk with you about it there.
Yeah.
Now, for the topic of the show. This week's topic of the show is Xbox Series X versus PS5. I have taken the sacrifice here and become the Xbox.
Is that the sacrifice?
I feel like hold on.
I feel like Xbox is starting to look kind of good over there.
You're not doing too well on your defense over there.
I'm just
You're
saying.
already just like. No, but I mean, I wasn't either. I was coming out the gate like talking shit. But Xbox, like for the most part, up until literally today or like yesterday, was looked at as like, man, they just sucking it up over there. But now we have enough information on both consoles for us to take a stand and decide this is the one that I want. And so far, seems Brent's still on the PlayStation side about things.
Yeah.
And I'm still Xbox, even though I'm getting a PC and none of this matters to me.
Yeah,
but
I think we can both see the merits in both sides of the argument. But for the sake of today,
yes,
I will be PS5. JAMAL will be Xbox.
Series X, not Series S. Series X.
Yeah,
but
Series
S
X
is included somehow on this.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this. All right, my first defense here is going to be the acquisition of Bethesda and access to every new Bethesda game day one as part of Game Pass and whatever exclusives may come with those titles, including DLC, which is going to
say it's hard to argue with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's hard to argue with that.
It really is. I mean, they may have spent $7.5 billion, but it's more than going to be made up for over the years with how many consoles they sell just due to this exclusivity The fact that it's going to come to xCloud, Game Pass, like they're going to revamp all the engines for Bethesda to make like their games even better. You know what I'm saying? This is just the perfect harmony here.
Yeah.
You know,
not to mention, sorry, I know I'm not supposed to be gassing up Xbox, but not to mention all the new IPs they have to work with. I mean, like, that are theirs now. Like Doom, Wolfenstein, dude. The only thing that scares me a little bit is, as a VR consumer, is Microsoft going to, like, because Bethesda has been a big supporter of VR over the years.
Hey, they said they're going to leave them alone. They can do whatever they want.
I just genuinely hope that Bethesda doesn't, like, say fuck VR altogether just because we're owned by Microsoft now. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's the case. I really don't. Especially because PC is Microsoft.
True, and Microsoft has stake in that Reverb G2 that's coming out that's going to be fucking sick.
Yeah.
And apparently Microsoft Flight Simulator is supposed to have VR at some point.
Yeah, Microsoft has two consoles technically, which is PC and the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? So you're still going to get your VR stuff. It might not be PSVR, but it'll be VR, you know, like in some form. Yeah. And like, but that's my first thing. That's the big guns right there that, like, you can't overlook that on why Xbox is winning right now.
No, and I mean, while we're on the subject, we might as well talk about the other studio acquisitions that Microsoft has had recently, because, you know, Bethesda's a big deal, but you can't overlook, like, Rare and Double Fine and all these other
which they've already
studios.
owned Rare, and they've owned Rare and mishandled Rare for a long time.
True.
But more recently with Sea of Thieves, you've seen them and with that other game that's coming out that Rare is making, where it's like a weird, like something about being out in nature and like, you know, like hugging trees and shit, like Everwild or something
like that.
Yeah, like
the witch thing.
Yeah, like the Coven, the game. I don't know, like, but basically, Rare's finally becoming its own thing again, you know, and not making dumb Connect games.
Yeah.
So like we're getting to see what modern day Rare becomes, and that's exciting. With Battletoads, things like that, you know, that's not even Rare that worked on that, but you know, it is a Rare IP. But also the Initiative, we haven't seen what's coming from them yet. I really think that's going to be a heavy hitter. Whenever we finally see whatever the Initiative's working on, it's going to blow minds, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think Microsoft definitely has their bases loaded as far as like game developers and stuff. But what concerns me is, like, you know, we have quite a few games they've announced from these developers, and not very many of them look super interesting. No. You know what I mean?
No. Well, we got Fable. That looks interesting.
Fable. But I feel like that's a long way away.
Yeah.
You know,
we
like,
got
just
Halo
being realistic.
Infinite.
Halo Infinite, you know,
still
a lot of people are
off.
still kind of on the fence about that, but I'm excited about Halo Infinite.
And then the Initiative, like all the developers in the Initiative come from Naughty Dog, God of War, like these places that, like, you know, that have made amazing games. Like, it's just amazing talent across the board that have come together to create this like super team. It's like whenever they have like those bands where they bring like the guitarist from this amazing band and the lead singer from this amazing band, a super group. Yeah. It's like Xbox was like, we're gonna create and they even called it quadruple A, like next level shit. So, and we haven't seen what that's
like,
gonna be.
How often do these super groups actually like come out with the thing that's as super as we want it to be?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
I don't know. It's just a matter of like what because right now when I look at Xbox, I see like blinding potential.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
To the point where I have no idea what they're gonna do next, but I know
it could be bad.
I just feel like there's so much potential that even if they do some bad, there's definitely some good with it too that's coming.
Absolutely.
You know, but it's a big gamble at this point with Xbox, because like PlayStation, you more or less know what you're getting yourself into, but Xbox, it's like, okay, you know, is it a risk you want to take? You know what I mean? I think maybe, but also I don't know. You know.
Xbox 2020. You're right, Chadley. No, but no, I get what you're saying. What's your PlayStation defense here that you can bring in? At the end of this, we're gonna you know.
I mean, if we're just talking about the studios at our disposal as far as the console goes, you know, it's no secret that Xbox is gonna have a leg up this generation, but PlayStation is notorious for having partners all around. You know what I mean? Like, PlayStation might not own the studios, but it's got lots of people who are happy to work with PlayStation, you know what I mean, and make exclusives for PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Like, you got From Software.
From Softwares. I think Santa Monica Studios owned by PlayStation now or not?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. But either way, there's a lot going on PlayStation.
Insomniac
too. Yeah.
But my thing is like with PlayStation, their launch lineup isn't as good as, a lot of people are making it out like, oh, Sony's got the fucking bangers coming.
There's
and I'm
only like 7 or 8 games for launch right now.
Yeah, and none of them look that intriguing either. Like, I'm sorry, but like
Spider-Man looks great. If you played the first Spider-Man, you know that Spider-Man 2 or Miles Morales or whatever is going to be fucking sick.
I'm not saying it's not going to be sick, but it's not I'm going to buy a console worthy. No,
maybe not. But I'm going to buy the console regardless. I'm buying a console either way.
No.
You know what I mean?
I know.
And if it comes down to the launch lineup, let's look at Xbox versus PlayStation.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Okay, what do we got?
Because I don't know if I have it all. Oh yeah, okay.
Launch lineup is like the medium on Xbox, and then like Forza, and then there's not much. There's not much happening. There was going to be Halo, but
I know confirmed launch titles. We got Demon Souls is for sure coming on launch.
That's gonna be a seller.
That's a big deal. That's a seller for a lot of people. I know a lot of people are like so hardcore into Dark Souls and stuff that
it's a
like
very, very, very small niche group that are.
I don't think it's as small as you think. I mean, it is kind of a niche, but it's like not.
Oh, it's pretty small, dude. If we went and looked at sales, like just sales numbers in general, it's a small group, like of people that are gonna buy a console specifically for Demon Souls. Like I bet you if you ask like half of the people in like a room, like, have you ever heard of Demon Souls? They'd be like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe if it's a room full of gamers, though, you might have a different situation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I want to look at Demon Souls. Like sales, I guarantee you it's like a.
Well, you want to also look at Dark Souls sales because the real metric target audience you're looking at here are the people who are like into like Dark Souls 3 and stuff recently. You know what I mean? Like Demon Souls didn't do as well because it wasn't as popular when it was on PS3.
It had only sold like 250,000 copies.
Yeah, like you got to look at the most recent games, like you know what I mean? Because Dark Souls didn't even get popular until Dark Souls. You know what I mean? Until it became Dark Souls, you know what I mean?
So the Dark Souls as a series has sold over 25 million copies altogether.
That's not very much. You're right.
Yeah, it's
but
just
still,
like
that's not terrible. I mean, it's
not terrible, but I'm saying as like a console seller, like what you're going based off of launch lineup. What's gonna sell this console? You know what I'm saying? Like to the majority of people, and the majority of people aren't jumping into a Demon Souls game.
No. But you also have a huge roster of like awesome games to play if you get a PS5 with the PS Plus collection or whatever. But they're PS4 games, but I mean still, Persona 5 should keep you held over until fucking until every PS5 game is out.
Another niche like Japanese RPG game though.
But it's also another company that's willing to go hand in hand
Atlas.
Because Atlas has like been super PlayStation supportive this whole time. You know what I mean? Like
definitely.
That man, if Microsoft bought Atlas, it would just be over.
I don't think so. I honestly don't think that would be as big of an acquisition, or like even close. Like,
I don't know, man, because like that would secure their place in the Japanese market and stuff. You know what I mean?
True.
Maybe not in America. That wouldn't be as big of a deal. But like we're talking Mr. Worldwide over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I know Microsoft is a lot more popular in the States than it is in
anywhere else.
Yeah.
The PlayStation's like naturally going to be way more popular in Japan, just because it's a Japanese company that makes it and stuff like that.
Okay, launch games for PS5. We've got Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Demon Souls, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Sackboy A Big Adventure, Godfall, Astro's Playroom, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That's not a exclusive. That's for...
No, I know. I'm just telling you what's launching.
Oh, launch in general. Okay.
Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, Fortnite, Observer System Redo, Black Ops Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and I think that's it.
So basically, no matter any way you cut it, it's not like that. It's not the greatest launch lineup
Yeah.
on either console. Like,
Yeah, well, Xbox has like Halo and stuff. I mean, there's gonna be
it
like
doesn't even have Halo anymore.
Oh, really?
Remember, it got delayed.
that sucks, but still, it will get it eventually.
Yeah.
Xbox might have more stuff at launch just because of Game Pass. If you think about it, because
It will have more.
it'll
at
definitely
launch.
have Game Pass. But you look at the PlayStation Plus collection versus Game Pass. Like, I feel like there's as much quality content almost in that little list of games as there is in Game Pass right now, as it is.
True.
You know what I mean?
But the problem with their game, or the difference between Game Pass and the PlayStation Plus or whatever, is that Game Pass is going to be dropping games on Game Pass monthly.
Right.
We don't know what that looks like for the PlayStation Plus situation. We don't.
No.
They haven't said, oh, we'll be dropping 2 new games every month or whatever. They haven't said that.
No.
But we know for a fact with Xbox, we're consistently getting updates. Like new games every month.
Yeah, and I think Game Pass obviously is going to grow in value as these new studios start to produce more games.
The medium is going to be on there like day one. You know what I'm saying?
That's going to be sick. I mean, if you have any kind of system that can function with Game Pass, speaking of which, I got fucking Game Pass working on my Oculus Quest the other day.
Nice.
I swear to God, it's so cool. It's like you can go in like this virtual movie theater and just play all the fucking games instantly. It's so
like
cool.
on a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, and another thing that I got to throw in is xCloud. You're going to have access to all Game Pass games anywhere and everywhere. Like, but then again, a lot of this takes away from the Xbox, like I know I'm supposed to be defending it, but xCloud and Game Pass being on every platform will kind of take away the purpose of buying a console.
Well, I mean, theoretically, okay, you still have the Xbox that you're going to be able to download the shit to and play with like zero latency, and your favorite games will probably still be much better if you download them.
Yeah, they'll look a lot better, definitely. You're going to have your 4K, 60 frames per second, all that stuff.
For me, I'm going to use like fucking xCloud probably to like test games before I commit to downloading them. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of my thoughts on it,
Yeah. And Alonzi Jonesy says, the problem with the PlayStation Plus thing is that they're games that most PlayStation owners have already played through.
Sure. But if you're an Xbox guy who's never played a PlayStation game
and you're switching
over, that's a huge incentive. You
know
what I mean?
I feel like if you're an Xbox guy this far, and you're not going to switch over to PlayStation after that Bethesda acquisition and all that stuff. There'd be no reason to. You'd just be like, fuck it, I'm just staying here.
A lot of people are like casual gamers, and they committed to an Xbox at the beginning of last console cycle and then watched as PlayStation proceeded to just beat the tar out of Xbox.
Oh, yeah, with
you know
games.
What I mean? You look at it from like okay, this season I'm getting PlayStation, and you don't really know about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yakuza 7 will be there on Game Pass. Can't wait for that.
That's true.
Yeah, no, but also, speaking of those people that you were talking about, another plus for Xbox is you can get a console for $299 and still play and
a console. No, I'm just
no. It's 1440p. Most people's TVs are typically going to be playing at 1440p rather than 4K because if you're going for performance, you're going to be doing 1440p. And it plays.
Let's talk about the Series S for a second.
Up to 120 frames per second. Obviously, there's some weird upscale thing you can do for 4K. Not that it's going to be true 4K, but
it'll probably still look fine.
It'll
probably
still
the
look
same
good,
as deep learning super sampling, probably.
Yeah.
What I'm worried about here is the fact that you look at the performance metrics, you look at the actual like fucking console on paper. You know what I mean? It's not very powerful. It's only slightly more powerful than the fucking Series or the Xbox One X, you know what I mean? Like, only a little bit, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just not next gen enough. And the problem is, this is my big problem with Xbox this season, not series. I guess this series. But fucking, I think we're going to end up with a bunch of games that are all scaled back to compromise for the fucking Series S. You know what I mean? I think we're going to get a bunch of games that are like made just like half-assedly because they want to be able to still play on the Series S, you know? Because if
That
you
could be a problem.
utilize the full power of the fucking Series X, there's no way it'll even like function on a fucking Series S. You know what I mean? Like if you really blow that bitch to the fucking ground, you know what I mean?
Well, I think for a game, but that's why there's going to be options like in the game. You know, like obviously. There's going to be some games where they just go all out and they're like, this is best. They're going to be best on the Xbox Series X. But, you know, like, I mean, it's the same thing with there's plenty of Xbox One games that look beautiful on Xbox One X, you know, that are in the Xbox One X is still a pretty big leap from the original Xbox
That's
One.
true.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think
I don't know, man.
You're talking about very small differences here. Whenever it comes to these games like being developed.
I think this is even going to stretch into the PlayStation space of things because I think third-party developers are even going to consider the Series S when they're making these games, and then we're going to end up with games that are shitty on PlayStation too. Not shitty, but like just not as full in their potential as they should be. And that's why I think the PlayStation Studios games that are like exclusively for PlayStation are going to be fucking sick this year. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
if you're talking about just power in general, I mean, the Xbox is more powerful than the PlayStation 5 even.
Absolutely, but are we going to really see that power put to use? That's my problem. That's what I'm worried about.
Dude, I think so. Microsoft is like, you know, top in class whenever it comes to providing like the most powerful and beautiful versions of games. Like look at the One X compared to the PS4 Pro. Like so the PS5 versus Xbox Series X specs. Let's look at that even. So like the PlayStation 5 is going to have an 8-core, 3.5 gigahertz AMD Zen 2, while the Xbox Series X has an 8-core, 3.8 gigahertz AMD Zen 2. So like even the CPU,
it's like exactly the same, pretty much.
Not really. Like even those little numbers at this point are gonna matter.
You overclock the PlayStation.
Are you gonna overclock your PlayStation?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying it's exactly the same.
But you can't overclock your PlayStation.
You're
That's
not
going to
notice a difference in those two in the processor.
I think developers will, though.
They're both 8-core, fucking 16-thread. Like, it's the same.
And then we got 10.3 teraflops on the GPU for the PS4 or PS5, and then a 12 teraflop AMD RDNA 2 on the Xbox Series X.
Well, no denying that the Xbox is going to have a little more horsepower under the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, are we really going to use it? You know what I mean?
I think they will. I really do. I really think Xbox is going to make sure that they at least have a couple games, like not at launch, but like in the first year that showboat the power of the Xbox Series X.
I sure hope so, but I'm skeptical, just to say the least. I will also point out that if we're going to talk about the hardware behind both consoles, the PlayStation 5's custom SSD is actually a lot faster than the Xbox's. Whereas the Xbox is going to put forth like 2.4 gigabytes of raw data per second, the PlayStations can throughput 5.5 gigabytes of raw data per second or something like that. Even if you compress the Xbox's 2.4 to 5, which they did, it still can't even match the raw throughput of the SSD on the fucking PlayStation. Like, you're going to have way, way faster load times on PlayStation. And probably faster, like,
I don't think
everything.
I doubt that. I seriously doubt that the PlayStation's load times are going to be even noticeably different from the Xbox Series X.
I can almost 100% guarantee you they will be noticeably different.
So, like right off the bat, the storage device, so the 825 gigabyte custom SSD on PlayStation, and then you're going to have a 1 terabyte custom NVMe SSD on Xbox Series X. But also, you have to remember that for the PlayStation, their custom SSDs are going to be proprietary. So, like, if you want extra storage or anything like that, and you want that custom like speed to even matter, you have to specifically purchase PlayStation 5 hard drives, which are going to cost you around $150.
Yeah, but there's a reason. That's the whole base of the PlayStation 5's next gen design and feel is based around the way they design the SSD.
Yeah.
You can't get this on PC. You can't get this on Xbox. It's like a specific PlayStation design thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's one of the things. If the Linus Tech Tips has a great video about this. If you go watch his video about why the PlayStation's SSD is so special, it's super interesting. And he's like,
I'm gonna have to watch that because I want to see specifically why that would matter so much. Like, I get the loading speeds or whatever might be a little bit faster, but I just can't in my brain see it being any faster.
I mean, when you get an Xbox Series X, just the switch to SSD is going to be noticeably faster.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge difference.
Like, you'll be like, okay, this is super fast when you get your Series X. But if you get a PS5 and a Series X and put them side by side, I think the PS5 is going to load things faster. Now, that's not saying that they'll look better. You know what I mean?
But you're just talking about speed.
I think as far as just speed and rendering and stuff goes, and it'll be interesting to see if the Sony first-party games implement this. You know what I mean? Because they showed that Ratchet and Clank scene where he's like flying through the different worlds or whatever, you know? And it's like, okay, is this, you know, going to be implemented? Is it even going to matter? You know what I mean? Are we going to notice an extra 2 or 3 seconds of load time?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
It's like a lot of the stuff that I'm reading, like here on tomsguide.com or whatever, they're saying like whenever it comes to performance, it's going to be very hard to even notice a difference between the two.
I think so. I think at the end of the day, you're going to have it's you know, one's shortcomings is going to make up for the other one's shortcomings, and one's, you know.
Yeah,
you're pretty much making a good choice either way as far as power goes. But the Xbox, I think, is going to edge it out probably.
It'll definitely be more powerful whenever it comes to the capability of graphics and stuff like that. But Chadley said it's been like this for years though. Xbox 360 started off slow. I mean, remember one of the launch games was a ping pong game, and then all of a sudden they took over like 2 months later. That was with the 360. The Xbox One though is where the problem began with like just not having anything ever.
Yeah, Xbox One never really got started.
Yeah,
like, Xbox and Xbox 360. Okay, maybe they started slow, but like they eventually got started.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There was something happening at some point.
The thing is, Xbox doesn't want to start slow this season. I think,
no.
Or this year, this time around. I think that's their whole thing, is they want to come out of the gate fucking blasting. And I think we're gonna hear nothing but news from Xbox from here on. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely. And whenever it comes to Halo, I think the Halo Infinite delay actually shows I think it's a good sign. I think that's them showing that even though Halo Infinite was going to be their bread and butter for the launch lineup, they were willing to listen to their audience and be like, okay, if you guys think this looks that bad, we're going to fucking fix it. We're going to make this good. You know, they could have easily just been like, nah, guys, it's awesome. And, you know, like just threw it out and it had been bad. But they want to make sure that this is quality and that people are satisfied with what they're doing, which I think is a big deal. I think that right there shows where their headspace is. Phil Spencer is just a genius whenever it comes to all of this. You know, like for the longest time, I was like, man, they should be doing things completely different. And Phil Spencer, I feel like, is starting to do that. I think he's finally got to the point to where he can, you know, print his name on everything. It's like, I'm going to make sure that whenever we put shit out, it's good and everybody can play. And he's not lying. You know, he's not like just PR like, oh, we want everybody to play, and then not really doing that, you know, giving you that PR speak. He means it. Like, I think Bethesda games will be on every console. I don't think that's going to be a problem. You know, like,
I think also, like, as far as just Bethesda games in general, like, I know we kind of touched on this earlier, but I think Microsoft funding them is going to help a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, that new engine and everything. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be sick, man. One thing we got to talk about, though, is Xbox's basic bitch-ass controller compared to PS5's dope, new, fresh-looking controller.
I disagree. I like the Xbox One controller. So like the fact that it hasn't changed much it's fine with me. Like I like the only thing I wish
the same controller from fucking the original Xbox fucking.
What?
Well, not the Duke, but like
I was like, I wish
they had that remake after the Duke from the original Xbox, and it's been the same ever since.
Well, and that's if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, like my thing about it is that it's ergonomically better than the PlayStation controller.
Basic.
The Xbox or the PlayStation controller sucks ass, dude.
Dude, are you kidding me?
The analog sticks being to where whenever you fucking point inward, your fucking thumbs touch each other. Fuck no, dude.
You get used to it. It's once
you get used to having a
once you're
shitty
used
controller.
to it, it's better than an Xbox
no,
controller.
you crazy.
100%.
No, dude.
I promise you. You get used to the D-pad being up here, and it's actually really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
I promise you, dude. I use them both on the
Dude,
regular.
I was using it for a while when I was playing whatchamacallit, whenever I was going through the first party games on the PS4, and like I never got used to that shit. Like, but,
well, I mean, okay, that's all great. I mean, okay, even if you're not a big fan of the fucking PlayStation's trigger position, or I mean thumbstick position or whatever, you can't deny that fucking the PS5 controller has way more dope features than the Xbox. The Xbox controller is just another basic ass Xbox controller.
Remember all those dope features on the PS4 DualShock 4, like the giant light that nobody fucking liked that killed your batteries?
I like the light.
You're like the only person I've ever met
And the
that
little
likes
speaker on the controller is fucking dope.
That's like a Wii feature. That was literally on the Wiimotes.
So it was dope on the Wiimotes too. I don't give a fuck. I want my controller to talk to me. What's the Xbox been talking to you through the controller?
You just talked to Cortana on the TV
With your fucking AA batteries over there.
Hey,
Look.
Hey,
Look.
Hey.
This motherfucking controller is gonna have haptic feedback.
What?
The Xbox is not gonna have haptic feedback.
We don't know that yet.
We know that.
Do
for
we
a
know
fact.
that?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
We know that the PlayStation controller is going to have adaptive triggers, which the Xbox controller will not have. We know that the PlayStation controller will have a built-in microphone, which the Xbox controller will not have.
When would you use that?
Whenever I'm online trying to talk to somebody.
No, but why? Can you imagine like talking to your like it picking up all of the fucking audio from your TV and all that shit? There's just no point to that.
I'm sure they have like a thing where it's not gonna just like blast everybody with fucking TV audio all the time. Like, there's probably some kind of like thing, like Nvidia's thing that drowns out the hairdryer and the you know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Anyways, look, all I'm saying is PlayStation controller is gonna be sick. That's all. That's all there is to that. And we got bug snacks over here. What do you know about bug snacks, dude?
You brought bug snacks to the fucking
I'm bringing
fight?
bug snacks into this, bro.
Bug snacks
what
does
y'all
look
know about
interesting.
bug snacks, dude?
Not enough yet. Not enough. But
okay, here's another big deal, though. Okay, I'm not no more jokes about
no, but
bug
haptic
snacks.
feedback. Haptic feedback is serious. Like, I think, but that's the problem is how many people are going to implement haptic feedback, and honestly, if it does get used, I feel like Microsoft is playing it smart by not doing it initially and waiting to see how many third-party developers actually take advantage of that. And if they do see people using it, they can just put out a new controller.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Haptic feedback isn't that much cooler than just a normal rumble feature on your controller, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, and same with the triggers. Like I'm sure they can just do that at some point. I mean, the Xbox Elite controllers are where it's at.
I mean, if the Switch has haptic feedback, like, come on. We need haptic feedback on the goddamn.
But I don't even
Xbox.
notice that on my fucking Switch. Like, I play my Switch all the time, and I've never just, like, do that haptic feedback.
Exactly. It's not something you really think about. Except in VR games. It makes a big difference on the Oculus controllers.
Which makes sense, because, I mean, like, for PSVR and stuff, that would make sense to have that haptic feedback. But, like, just in-game, I don't think it's really going to add to the immersion. And actually, a lot of the people I play with, like, online, they turn off Rumble. Like, on their I don't know why I called it Rumble. What's it called? Is it Rumble?
I think it is Rumble.
I don't know. I keep thinking of Rumble Pack from like N64. They turn it off. Like,
I like it.
Like Aaron turns it off when we play. Apparently, people who like take Warzone and like Call of Duty seriously and stuff, they turn off Rumble because it like affects how quickly you can do shit. Like,
it gets me hyped when
same.
a grenade blows up or something and my controller, you know what I mean?
Chadley says, Brent, it's confirmed Brent is part of a cult of PlayStation controller lovers. No.
I'm like 100% sure that they're not doing it. I could be wrong.
What, Xbox doing haptic?
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that I feel like that's something they could always just make like later. It's like, it's not a like, oh, damn it, we didn't put it in the console.
Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. The triggers might be cool on PlayStation, though. I think that's going to be a neat feature.
Yeah, definitely.
one thing that I think is going to be cool, not I think is going to be cool. One thing that Xbox isn't going to have that PlayStation will have is VR, obviously. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Who knows? We don't know that far yet. We don't even know if PlayStation... We know PlayStation will have one. It hasn't been confirmed.
Right.
But we're pretty sure. We know
at least that PSVR 1 will be compatible with the PS5. So, I mean, at least there's some kind of VR component there,
but,
I
don't think this is a, done deal that Xbox doesn't have VR yet. I feel like they might... That might be one of their new surprises, is be like, yo, guys, check this out.
Look, I mean, the Xbox is definitely strong enough to do VR.
Oh, well,
you know
fuck yeah.
I mean?
If the PS4 is, yeah. But
I think, honestly, it would be sick if they were just like, oh, by the way, you can hook your Reverb G2 up to your fucking Xbox. That would be sick.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean?
We don't know yet. And the fact that Microsoft is investing in a VR headset shows that there's a possibility that they might have some type of interconnectivity.
Bro, I'll be all over Microsoft's Disney if they fucking start doing VR, dude. Real talk. I will jump right back to fucking Microsoft real fast.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is don't count them out yet. Whenever it comes to this battle, I don't know if we can even count that yet.
But I'm just saying, I think we can all be pretty confident that PlayStation's got something up their sleeve VR-wise, especially with the new Hitman VR coming out and Resident Evil 8 coming out and stuff.
True.
If you're a VR fan, it might be smart to look at PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation's going to be your best bet at the moment, for sure. At least for PSVR 1. But, we'll see what happens with the next gen of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do have a next gen version of that. Let me see what else I got for Xbox to defend its pride. So basically I think we've talked about almost everything that there really is to it.
I think most, either way, you're probably making a good decision. You know what I mean? More
so now than ever.
Yeah.
I feel like last gen, it was really a crapshoot on it was... You go Xbox because you love the 360, and then it turns out, oh shit, they have nothing.
Yeah.
This time, I think even out the gate, they both have something great to offer.
Yeah.
To no matter what you get, you're getting something great. But I'm always gonna lean more Xbox just because of my partial. What's the word for it? I'm more partial.
Yeah.
I'm partial to Xbox, and so I got to defend my tribe. But
I gotta say, either way, you're also getting a whole lot of hardware for your money.
Definitely,
$500 is incredibly cheap for fucking. I mean,
or $300 or $400.
Yeah.
It just depends on which tier you want. That's the other thing is this generation you have. It doesn't matter if you only have $300, you can get something. If you got $400, you can get something even better.
I'm still not 100% sold on the Series S just yet.
I'm not sold on it either.
I don't. I even want to
count it
yet. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like it's a glorified 1X. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You mean Xbox One? Or wait, 1X. Oh, okay. It's
sorry,
too
many X's.
Yeah, I know. I'm like
S's. Yeah.
But a lot of people really do not have TVs that can handle 4K anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't think it's that big of a deal right at first. I think you're going to be replacing that Series S within about 3 years though.
Well, nobody's got a fucking 1440p TV. That doesn't even fucking hardly exist. You'd have to hook it up to a computer monitor.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
I really think these things aren't going to matter unless you're plugged into a computer monitor. There's no 120 hertz TVs.
But you'll notice the 60 difference.
Oh yeah, of course,
for sure.
I know because I have a PC plugged in my TV, but really the 60 hertz is all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's the most important thing I think with this next gen. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But either way,
well,
a lot of good stuff in the future.
There we go. We hope you guys enjoyed the battle, the verses. You guys let us know who you think. Not who as in me and Brent, but who PlayStation and Xbox, who you think is going to win this generation, and let us know whether we made some good points or if you had some things that you think we missed. But before we leave this, I don't know if we should separate the people's questions from this, or like the people who had input on their console, choices and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Or should we just make that a whole separate thing, like in the people's champ?
I'll let you decide.
Well, I think let's not jump to the people's champ yet, because so like on Instagram we had the Italian Job 5. He says Xbox Series X, but I want to know what they gonna do with Bethesda and if they're exclusive Xbox now. No, they're not going to be exclusive to Xbox. I really don't think so.
I'm sure you'll see some Xbox
exclusivity deals.
Like, I think some of the smaller things like Doom and stuff will probably end up being like exclusive.
That would be crazy.
You know what I mean? Like,
dude, if Doom was Xbox exclusive,
bro,
that would be a big deal.
It fits on the platform, I mean,
does.
call me crazy, but Doom seems like
it's very Halo.
Xboxy. Yeah,
It's got that Doom guy like is just Master Chief basically. But yeah, like I could see that. Yeah, I'm also Series X, but I think the Bethesda acquisition is a huge deal. And then we have Hustle the Hustler. He says, I'm going to have to say PS5. At least it has a better hype. The launch is going to be crazy.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I think I'm PS5 also.
Yeah, and I think the launch... I think PlayStation is really good at the hype. They're just super good at the hype. I think people have just lost hype for Xbox because of how many times they've been let down. But once things start getting good again, I think the hype will be back.
I am really excited to see Xbox back in their prime. You know what I mean? Back in their, just out there swinging.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Just swinging that thing. They need to get Bill Gates back on stage.
Oh, my God.
And he's just like, shooting, like fucking... vaccines into the air, and like all the people are running and screaming, and like so do you have anybody who's like giving their choice of console, like versus rather than asking a question?
Yeah, actually, let's see. Steven Patterson says, I've always had an Xbox and PC, but a lot of my friends have switched to Sony, so thinking about switching. Unless they keep everything cross-platform, and then I'll get another Xbox. Everything's
going to be cross-play in the future. Like it's really about exclusives whenever you're thinking about this, because now all third-party games that are multiplayer are going to have some form of cross-play. I guarantee you. Like Call of Duty's already guaranteed. Like every game going forward will be cross-play. Like even indie games are cross-play now. Like I just don't see why that would be a problem. But
I also got Ian Bonilla here. He says PS5 is going to have better games, just like the PS4 has better games. And since Microsoft is mostly available on PC, I just can't see any reason to buy an Xbox anymore unless you're just a diehard for the exclusives. So, if you have a PC, I wholeheartedly agree. That's one of the main reasons I'm not leaning towards Xbox this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really, like, if you have a PC, though, like, and not a lot of people have a gaming PC that will be able to handle next-gen games, but my thing is like, a lot of Sony games are going to be coming to PC as well now, so, like, if you have a PC, you probably don't have to buy either one, technically, I mean, unless you just want those games day and date. But even then, with Xbox, you got Game Pass. With Sony,
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think Xbox is going to be a little more liberal with their games coming to PC, just because PC Game Pass is a big part of their scheme. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't know. I can see some of the Sony games coming to PC, but I think a good handful of them will be like console exclusives. Whereas I think everything on Xbox is basically going to come to PC through Game Pass.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
exactly, and you'll have access to it like day and date. Like,
yeah.
But I don't think the Sony having better games is really a thing at this point, because we don't know yet. That's for PS4. Like PS5, like, and Xbox Series X, we really don't know what that future looks like yet. Obviously, we have like them being like, Thor Ragnarok or not Thor Ragnarok, God of War Ragnarok, but we haven't seen anything of that game yet. We know that the last one was amazing and like took many years of thought and all this stuff, and then they're just going to throw out a sequel this quickly. Who knows?
Yeah.
You really don't know how that's going to turn out. And then You got Ratchet and Clank, like, which is cool and all, but like it's not seriously like, and really the main get for PlayStation right now is going to be Miles Morales. That's going to be your main thing.
For sure.
And Demon Souls. I keep forgetting about Demon Souls. And that's probably why Ian is already jumping there, because Demon Souls, of course. But, like, whenever it comes to Xbox, we don't know what the future holds either,
Yeah.
Like, it could be really good besides
And we got that
Bethesda.
Elden Ring, too, coming if you're like if you're a From Software junkie,
Oh, yeah.
The Xbox is going to get their stuff, too, so.
Yeah, that is true. I forgot that Xbox is getting their own From Software game exclusive, so there's that, too.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Anybody else talking about their console of choice?
No, but I do have a people's champ here.
Woo, who dat?
I'm gonna give it to Hans Yildiv.
Ooh.
He says, "How come Xbox has cornered the market on Doritos and Mountain Dew, and Sony hasn't even partnered up with something as simple as Top Ramen or Sriracha?"
It's true. I feel like that's such an Xbox American thing. I feel like PlayStation is just like, why would we do that?
Why wouldn't they do that?
You know what I'm saying? But if they
that's
did,
where they're gonna fall behind this generation.
is getting all those fat Americans.
That's what I'm saying, man. We're getting Xbox points from like Kool-Aid and chips and fucking everything. You know what I mean?
Fucking doodles and blizz blahs and what would be the iconic like team up between PlayStation and food item and like there's doing Doritos for Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
So like what should be the thing for PlayStation? I really like his go-to for ramen, because growing up, like I would always hang out at my friend's house who was like a PlayStation fanatic, even during the PS3 era, which was like the worst PS3 time to ever be in PlayStation, and all he ate was ramen. So like I just associated him sitting there playing PlayStation with ramen. But
I like that.
Yeah.
PlayStation ramen.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
But you gotta get the drink. What's the drink?
Kombucha. Or wait, what's that stuff?
Kombucha.
Yeah.
Kombucha.
I don't even know what that is, but it's PlayStation's drink.
Takis, anything anime.
Oh, yeah, dude. Takis could work. Have you seen those blue Takis? They got blue Takis now.
What the fuck?
They're blue.
That cannot be good for you.
Yeah, well, anything blue is good for
made
you.
with
It's a fact.
Unnatural dyes. They don't even lie anymore. Anyways, so that's it for People's Champ. What are the listener questions, Brent?
Okay, let's see. Some of these are really long, and I didn't really read them all the way, so let's see.
Yeah, let's do it. Take us for a ride.
Sorry, hang on.
You can read the whole thing.
Some of these aren't even questions, Some of these are just statements from you lovely people. We love you guys.
But aren't they statements for the consoles?
Not even really.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see. Okay, how does Sony... Oh, by the way, sorry, this is Nick Geyer. He says, how does Sony think they can keep competing when Microsoft has two amazing systems, PC and Xbox?
Unfortunately, because Sony is making shit tons of money, way more than Xbox is. Not unfortunately, but that's why is because they're outselling Xbox all the time.
And I think we'll see more PC stuff from Sony too, like this coming generation for sure.
Dude, and I think you'll see a lot more PC gamers in general, because the line between console and PC is starting to fade pretty quickly. Especially
with NVIDIA cutting the price of their graphics cards basically in half. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting so much power for so little price. Like,
for $499. Then all you have to do is buy a motherboard, fucking power supply.
But this is just the beginning. I mean, you think about how the MSRP for the 20 series cards has gone down by the hundreds over the past few years. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking that these 3070s will be real cheap pretty soon. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Long one. I haven't read this, so I don't even know if it's a question, but I'm going to read it right now.
Okay.
Corey says, I have seen Xbox buying out things, most recent Bethesda, and even adding EA to Game Pass. But for me, Game Pass, when I used it, was a demo launcher. If I liked the game, I bought it because games would leave Game Pass eventually. But for me, I still think the PS5 is a better choice of the two based off of exclusives. Console versus console. Oh, I think he's just commenting on our thing. I'm sorry. Console versus console, they're very close. I think Sony might win. My vote for that one with a secondary internal SSD slot, even though the Xbox is slightly more powerful with the configurations out of the box. You can definitely get additional storage for your Xbox too. Any and every single game I would get on Xbox, I can get for the PlayStation, with the exception of Forza. But I even still think I haven't played that for over 2 years, so I think I'll live without it. I don't think you'll be able to live without God of War, dude. I don't.
No, he's talking about playing on Sony.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's saying there's no games on Xbox that he'd miss, really. Which
yeah, that's
is
real.
true.
That's real.
Yeah.
But maybe eventually. I mean,
yeah,
it's coming.
Give it
it's
2
coming.
years.
Yeah.
Give it 2 years.
Wait
we'll
for
see.
it. Yeah. Let's see. Brian Matakuma says green looks
Moctezuma.
sus. Moctezuma says green looks sus as fuck. I agree. Green did it.
Oh yeah, he's one of the guys we were playing Among Us with.
Okay. Aaron says, does having exclusives mean anything now unless you own the studio behind the game?
That's the biggest flex. It doesn't matter if you have an exclusive now. It depends on if you have $7.5 billion to drop on the entire studio and all of its IP. You know what?
I'm just glad Tencent didn't buy it. Like,
Oh, dude, hell yeah. All about America, bro.
Like shit.
Can you imagine that Phil Spencer and like head of Xbox had to walk up to like the Microsoft executives and be like, look, we need $7.5 billion. And they're like,
they're like, no.
What? They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And like, you guys haven't made us money since you became a thing. Like, we haven't made a single dollar off of you. It's like, look, we just really need $7.5 billion.
Billion.
They're like, you know what? Fuck it. Give it to him. He's like, yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah. He just like ran out. He's like, Todd, they said yes.
Oh, I bet it was exactly like that.
Yeah, and him and Todd had like a sleepover and like.
You ask. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Okay, got another one from Aaron Jones here. He says, so for someone who's been primarily on PS4, I have to admit, open world RPGs felt better when I first played them on the Xbox as opposed to the PlayStation. Most being Bethesda titles. While I have played some between both consoles, Xbox always has a better feel. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, during the PS3 Bethesda situation, Bethesda was literally like they could not get their fucking shit to run on PlayStation 3. Like, if you don't remember, Skyrim was barely playable on the PS3 for like 2 years.
See, I was an Xbox guy at that point.
Yeah, like it was a huge thing at that time. Like, they could not get it to run. Like, for some reason, like if you tried to play Skyrim on PS3, you were just out of luck for like 2 years.
I can say I've never like played an open world game on a different console and been like, oh, this is better on that other console. You know what I mean? Like, it's all kind of the same to me, to be honest with you. Like, I haven't noticed any difference really.
Yeah, I wanna look up the thing because I remember like listening to a bunch of IGN podcasts. So the PlayStation 3 version of Skyrim has been anecdotally afflicted with more and greater bugs and glitches than any other version. PlayStation 3 specific issues may stem from the ever-increasing size of the game's save file. Users report that as the size of the game's save file increases, problems with frame rate worsen over time. That was back in 2011. That was an article on IGN.
That was a big issue with Morrowind on the original Xbox also.
Yeah. But yeah, so during that time, Bethesda was just having issues for some reason with the PlayStation 3. So, like, whenever it comes to PS4 and Xbox One, it's all the same. You know, there's no real difference.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, and then we got Chad McLean here. He says, when the Xbox hits for pre-order, do you think it will match Sony or beat them out? I think it's already hit, right?
Yeah, it's hit. Like, whenever it comes to speed of sales, I don't think it matched, but I think but
It's
at this
sold
point,
out,
yeah,
right?
it's sold out, I think. So
That's all that matters.
yeah, like that really depends on how many they had out for pre-order.
And I bet they had more out for pre-order than PlayStation did.
Yeah.
I bet anything.
I don't think we'll know like true numbers until about like 3 months into the like past the release date.
Totally.
You know, there are going to be some issues though. We forgot to talk about on the news that Amazon has been sending out emails saying that you probably won't get your game if you pre-ordered your PS5. You probably won't get it the day it comes out. Like,
hell no.
yeah, that's a legit thing that they've been sending out to a lot of people.
Those little bastards.
Yeah, and apparently Walmart's been saying the same thing, and Best Buy have both.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Well, fuck, man, that's messed up.
yeah, gonna be some issues, dog. But anyways, that's it for our listener questions this week. Thanks so much, guys, for giving your input on the battle between PS5 and Xbox Series X, and also for the questions. And then Brent, let's round out this show the way we always do about this time.
With game show or game show. I might switch this again soon.
Game show or game show? I like it.
Might switch this again soon. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
But that's okay. We're doing it just like we did last week, except this time when you say it, say either video game, TV show, or game show. That way it's like less
Obvious.
confusing.
Yeah, okay.
But these are going to go fast, okay? These are coming soon.
Okay.
Okay? So keep your fingers ready. Count them as you get them right.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
Number 10, Lego Masters.
It's going to be a TV show.
Oh, it's a game show.
Oh, I've watched that show. It's on Hulu.
Ah, you knew
Fuck.
it. You knew it. It's
I'm
okay.
stupid.
All right, we're going
All right.
fast. Ride 4.
Ride 4? That's a game.
That's a video game. There you go. G.I. Joe, Operation Blackout.
It's a video game.
Oh, you got it. All right, Remothered, Broken Porcelain.
TV show.
Oh, it's a video game.
The fuck?
It's okay. You're doing good. The Undoing.
TV show.
You got it. Someone Has to Die.
Game show.
Oh, it's a TV show.
What the fuck? That sounds like a game show.
Holy Moly 2, the sequel.
Oh, God. Video game?
It's a game show.
What the fuck is going on here? How can you have a sequel to a game show?
Okay, this one's either Fuser or Fusser. I think it's Fuser.
Game show.
It's a video game. I'm sorry.
I lost this one hardcore.
Star Child.
Star Child? Video game.
There you go. Empire of Sin.
Video game.
There you go.
I only got 5.
Hey, that's half.
I made an
You
F.
got half.
Made a good old lift.
Hey, that's,
good old 50.
50%.
Yeah, there we
that's
go.
That's not bad.
The last one you said, what was it called? Something Enemy or Empire of Sin.
Empire of Sin.
That's
yeah.
made by John Romero.
Really?
The original Doom creator.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
Check it out. Anyways, remember, guys, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast every Tuesday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeakPodcast. Check out our video content on youtube.com/createforsanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle @JofferJamel and Brent at Brent has 1. That's the number 1. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners,